Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, people? What's going down? It's your boy Prototype Virgo back with another One Piece live reaction to chapter 1030. Um, I feel like there's always a certain excitement that comes when we have chapters that are ending in like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And it's always lit. Um, Today, there's a lot. A lot going around the community lately, man. A lot going on. A lot of stuff, so to speak. Um, I'll talk about that shit later. But right now we strictly One Piece. I'm excited to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. I'm excited for the chapter. That's basically it. What's going on, y'all? Dragon Low, Mensa, Pharaoh, Jacko, Spicy, Gotta Be Seen, Zodiac, JP, K7. I'm mad. Javent, Tom, what's good? Fish, Benny Morrow, what's happening? So you already know. Whew, that tastes good. A little Crown Royal action, huh? But you already know why I'm here. I'm here so I don't get fined. So let's get right into the thick of it, shall we? Chapter One Piece, chapter 1030. The impermanence of all things. Tall ass Brooke looking over some ants. Cover request by Ebby. Brooke carefully sidesteps a file of an army of ants. Quote from the opening verse of the epic poem, Hike Monogatari. And as you know, support our boys TCB Scans. Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at TCB Scans. They bring us these wonderful chapters early every week, as you know. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to Viz. It is $1 for you broke boys. Support the official release. And without further ado, let's get into it. You're a Navy spy from what I gather. Iwato room. But that's not important now. All I care about is whether you want to take down Kaido. Take Kaido down. Ah, pa, pa, pa. What the fuck? No matter how this war ends, the winner isn't coming out unscathed. There'll be easy pickings. Drake and Apu still at it? Zaki. All the numbers. How about it? We could team up, swoop in, and steal victory at the last moment. Fuga ga 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 ga. Inbi, Fuga, and Zanki. Neither of us has a horse in this race after all. There's no point in us going at it. Why is Apu just chilling? He went from inside of Drake's mouth, pause, to just chilling. What the fuck? I'm speechless. You honestly think I trust you? Trust's got nothing to do with it. The arrangement will be mutually beneficial for us. Opportunities like this only come around once in a lifetime. What the fuck, Apu? Stairs between the first and second floor. B1, B2. Hang in there, Komichio. Cough, cough. Hurry, the fire is spreading fast. All the little gifter homies. Yeah! A yokai. Huh? What? A torsoless yokai. Somebody help me. Wait, Kinnemon, is that you? What the heck are you doing? Er, who goes there, Poot? This is Kinnemon. I need to find my allies, Poot. I'm an ally. It's me, Usopp. Wow. I'm 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 upset. I'm upset. I'm very upset. I'm very, very upset. Whoa, you're bleeding like crazy. Are you alright? He can't hear you, Usopp. There's half of him doesn't have any ears. Right. Who is there? Answer me, Poot. What do we do? How's this? Turn. Hee hee. Huh? That was the crescent mark of the rebellion, Poot. So I have finally found one of you. I have an urgent request. Poot. I'll go with Hamlet. You guys stay with Tama. Man, you just can't get enough of me. I am in your debt. You truly are a friend, Poot. There is a passage on the first floor that leads to the attic of the left tower, Poot. She is barely clinging to life. Please save her. I implore you. Kiku. Bear with bear with it a little longer, Kiku. Help is on the way. I still can't believe it. I survived being severed in two. I suppose Law Dono did not completely reattach my body before. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. What a miracle. Now please let Kiku be spared. Hey, answer me, Kanjuro. That is Orochi's voice, but he was beheaded. He seems unaware of Kanjuro's demise. I am here, Orochi-sama. Sounds like you're at the brink, Kanjuro. Yes, the finale. I see I have nothing but praise. Your performance was masterful. They're all alive. That is flattering to hear. Can you hear it? The cheers you earned? For me? Indeed. Unfortunately, the bitterness and resentment rippling through me means I cannot fully appreciate it. Our ancestors remain unsatisfied. Give them a stupendous encore on Kanjuro. Use your painting to depict the burning wrath of the Kurozumi clan. We will have the last laugh. Let them all be consumed by the Kurozumi clan's vengeance. Cast all the stragglers in the castle. into the abyss of hell. Uh, Drag them as low as our brethren, trapped in their graves. Free their souls, Kanjuro. Free us in a final blaze of glory. As you wish. Please enjoy my final show, The Suicide Pact of the Kurozumi Clan. Flitter. So he is dead. He's done. Yeah. Kazenbo. Don't touch it. You'll be roasted. What the hell is this monster? Emergency reports coming in. A gigantic unidentified specter has appeared on the second floor. Here we go. All I can do is make as many tiny flame clouds as I can. It's going right through the walls. It's like some kind of ghost. The castle is being choked by flames. Let's get out of here. There's no time to fight. CP0. Marco. Izo. Kawamatsu. Queen and Sanji. Gufufufu. The Kazuki forces. And the emperors, Kaido and Luffy, will be undone by their own hubris. I know all about it, Kaido. Your massive armory in the basement, stocked with weapons I provided. Light it all up, Kanjuro. Blow them to smithereens. Now hurry back, Fukuwakuju, so we can escape. The Pirate War is no longer any of our business. Young master, where you go? What? The armory's at the very bottom of the castle. I'm not sure I'll make it in time, Momonosuke-kun. You've got to slow the island down, even if it's just by a little. Huh? Ikaku sovereignty. Damn. Is that kid? Whoa. Mama. Let's start with you, kid. I've never felt better. I thought he was going to turn up. And next panel, he's getting fucking bodied. Why? Why did I even have an inkling of faith in kid? Why? Why would I have done that? Why would I have done that? Why? 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 Why did I do that to myself? Hey, Trafalgar, can you awaken your ability? I'm not used to it yet. I'd only use it if I were near death. It burns too much energy to use in a real battle. Mine's the same, but we're not getting anywhere like this. You'll need to back me up and play that ace. Glow. Kroom. What do you mean kroom? You mean room? Anesthesia. What's this? Pierce. Oh, yo! Yo, Law, what is that? Yo, what is that, Law? That incision is harmless. But Kroom influences your body in other ways. Yo, what is Law doing, bro? Shockwave! Ooh. Yo, law different. Mama. Mama's bleeding. You little brat. A sign. A sign. I'm stuck to you, mama. What the? It's like I've become a magnet. Our weapons are being drawn. What? Watch out. The steel beams of the towers are being ripped out. What? Trafalgar, get me out of here. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah? Punk! Crash! Hold on, Chief. Timeout. Timeout, 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 timeout. Law and Kid have awakenings? Law and Kid have awakenings? Law and Kid have awakenings? Awakened power. Yeah. Krum. Anesthesia. That shit was raw. What the fuck? That shit was raw as fuck. Alright. I might have got a little bit ahead of myself. I might have got a little ahead of myself. I might have got a little ahead of myself. Law, that shit was raw. Kid shit was cool, I guess. But law shit was raw as fuck to me. He just bitch had a sword sticking out through Big Mom. I'm sorry, that looked clean to me. First of all, but man, he shot the shit out of her. He shot the shit out of her. But y'all might get mad with me, man. But listen, y'all might get mad with me. I did not like the chapter. I did not. I did not like the chapter. It makes a lot of the previous chapters seem for naught. It made the chapters seem as though they were unnecessary for so much buildup and so much drama and so much lack of payoff. Like the law severing excuse is some of the biggest bullshit I've seen in One Piece in a very long fucking time. I those who have been on my channel for 4 years, I am a One Piece apologist. I am an Oda apologist. I let a lot of shit go because I like hype shit. I like hype shit. That's cool. It's fine. Kinnemon has a severed body due to Law's previous technique, which, in my opinion, probably should have worn off ages ago. You were a whole human being. I mean, is Virgo? Is Virgo alive? I don't. I don't. I don't get it. Why? And Kiku's alive, and Kanjuro's alive, and it's creating more chaos. It doesn't make sense. No, 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 no. It was extremely asinine. extremely asinine, bro. That's what I'm saying. That was forever ago. Why is this the only semblance of Kinnemon being severed in two? Like, what does that mean, bro? What does that mean? Like, this doesn't make any. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna say inexcusable because I'm still gonna read One Piece. I love One Piece, but this is right. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. This shit calls non-deaf. Non-deaf. We're gonna see Ashura Doji next chapter, chilling with his explosion wounds. Glam, I agree. How is Kinnemon severed? All he did was get stabbed, bro. Stabbed. And that was it. I'm not a writer. I don't understand writing. Did who found that enjoyable? Kinnemon fans? I guess. Because I'll keep it a buck with you. If I see Virgo alive, I'm mad. If I see Virgo alive, that makes no sense to me. Thank you, partner. From Doflamingo means nothing if he's alive. So the sacrifice that he made for Momonosuke and Shinobu with Kinemon means nothing. Means fucking nothing. We severing niggas on pokes. We poking niggas and severing them. Cap. How you become disconnected like that? How? 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 How, Sway? How? I feel like I feel like it's Pell getting nuked all over again. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like Pell just got nuked and survived. That's how I feel. I'm upset. How? How? I feel like Pell got nuked again. I feel like he got nuked again, bro. I feel like I'm being Rick rolled. I feel like I'm being trolled. I feel like I'm being punked. Uh, I don't know if I want to have a discussion. I don't know if I want to have a discussion because I'm upset. I'm actually upset. Kid in Law, cool beans, great, loved it, enjoyed that. My heart, my body cannot let me let that shit go. I can't let that shit go. And no, Tom, I don't want a story of death. That's not what I want. I don't want a story of death. I want, if you're going to build up to a moment, if you're going to build up to a moment where they have a sacrificial death where you're meant to feel something as a reader. You're meant to feel something for that character getting let go. Why is Bucko alive with a shitty excuse? If he's sitting there bleeding out, if he was sitting there bleeding out, I would have been okay with that. He's still alive bleeding out. I might have even let it skip past. But the explanation of him being severed due to Law's ability is dog shit. It's dog shit. It's stupid. It's dumb. Dumb as fuck. and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I was throwing $2 because they want to discuss it. I'm probably not gonna pull a bunch of people up because um I'm gonna let Sauce in real quick because I've been meaning to talk to Sauce, but and I'm probably gonna let Glam in. But there's also another matter I do want to discuss. Another matter I do want to discuss. But and I only need ah fuck. All right. Uh, fuck, bro. It's been a long time. If I keep it a buck, and I love One Piece. I love One Piece like nobody else. I love One Piece to a crazy extent, but this shit is actually upsetting, and I don't like feeling this way about a chapter. I don't. I really don't. Um, I'm a little bit at a loss for words because I'm trying not to seem like a complete slanderer, but I don't even want to. So like, check me out, right? Check me out. I'm not even gonna say it's bad writing or all blah blah yada yada and come at Oda. I just did not enjoy the chapter. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. If Yasu is alive, I'm dropping One Piece. If Yasu is alive, I'm dropping One Piece. Don't play with me. Don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. That's not even fucking funny. Uh, see what Jay's up to. I'll doubt he'll pull up because there is something I gotta address. I got you, Tom. Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Virgo. What's how you feeling, Virgo? How you feeling?
Hey, Jay. Hey, Harris.
Hey, what's good, Jay? What's
I'll
good
keep
with
it
you,
a
man?
bug, bro. I'm actually very, very upset.
That raid
You're
when it
upset.
came in, baby.
Why are you upset, bro?
Y'all not feeling Goda this week? What's going on?
Definitely not Goda.
To be honest, this shit was.
What's happening?
What's good, son?
To be
I
honest,
just want to say, join us, Virgo.
Hold on, Dustin. You gotta let him talk.
Before your loud black ass start going on.
Raise your hand.
I gotta say, I give this chapter a 3 out of 10.
A 3 out of 10. Get him out of here.
This shit was dog water. I'm actually thoroughly upset. I'm not gonna do something crazy like blame Oda's writing. I'm not gonna do none of that. I personally, it's my disenjoyment.
But it is though.
I get you, but I'm not gonna blatantly just yell that shit out. My disenjoyment for this chapter is almost immeasurable, which is why it's not a 1. I said almost. Like I feel like I've been slapped, Chief.
What? Slap a what?
I feel like nigga said, take this. Fuck all of your enjoyment of those previous chapters. I'm gonna do this real quick and make up the most bullshit excuse for why Kinnemon is currently a running pooting torso.
Can I say something?
I thought it was funny and fitting that Law brought up his awakening, but that's about it.
Hey, look, the whole shit with Kinnemon, no cap. I was reading this at work. I was hiding in the bathroom reading this shit at work. I was hyped. I was hyped the whole time. I was like, look at this nigga Kinnemon got caught when Usopp said you bleeding. I was like, hold the fuck up. Kinnemon done got chopped up, or either he chopped himself up and just doing it off GP. I thought he was bleeding out on the floor, just thugging it. That's what I thought.
That's what I wanted.
Not
to be rude to Kinnemon, but like, not to be rude to Kinnemon. I thought he bleeding out or some shit. Like, all right, I would have respected that more had he been breathing and living.
I thought this was a goated moment for Kinnemon. I thought, look, this shit would have been so dope.
And that was his last little hurrah and giving information and shit.
Yeah, that would have been so dope.
Hey, so
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, this nigga Kinnemon got chopped in half, but he's still walking around getting the hell. All right, this is dope. And then it said that lost power. Insert.
Bro, Oda had one hand on front of bro, and I'm looking at the nigga like, why you being weird to me? Like, what are you doing, bro? Why?
That little insert about lost power. I was like, this is cap.
I did
it. This is bullshit.
I'm about to finally throw hands with Oda for the first time in my life, bro. Because like, I like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why is this
join us.
What the fuck is that?
I told y'all, Oda is no trash writer.
Bro.
Wow.
That's how you step on niggas. That's how you step on readers.
I just thought it was like super corny.
Can I have the floor for a second?
JD, be my guest.
I'm just I'm flabbergasted. I'm appalled. I cannot believe that you guys would dare say these things about Oda. Do you know how much pain and suffering you guys are inflicting on the community?
Do you not understand?
What we're talking about right now? This is morally corrupt.
Jay, I'm glad you brought it here because that's the next topic.
This is morally corrupt. Like, how do you think Oda feels about this? And is that
morally corrupt?
Jay, I'm not going against the nigga Oda, bro. I'm just like,
Tom. Do you know the pain and suffering you're inflicting to everybody in the chat, bro?
The moment, nigga. Come on, bro.
Come on, Tom. You got to be better than that. Don't be morally corrupt. Have some respect, man.
First time I felt this way without even having to be in the fucking community.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough, man. You got to learn respect.
Oh, man. We got the new song.
Tom don't know. That's the funny thing.
Tom has no idea what we're talking about.
Tom don't know what we talk about. That's the funny thing.
Hey, can we also talk about how Kids Awakening is still butt cheeks?
I don't think it's butt cheeks. I like it. I just think the application could have been better. That's it.
I want to say this. This is what I want to say.
You go ahead.
Like, it's cool. I feel like it's not cool as far as from a damage aspect. Now, as far as it being a hindrance in battle and, like being a crazy move, because that's going to mess up your movement, it's going to mess up your way for your attack and all that stuff, that's cool. But as far as the straight damage output, nigga, you just pulling metal to Big Mom of all people. Like, they ain't going to do shit. Now, if it does do stuff to her, that's of course because Oda can write it that way, but it'd be unbelievable because he's just hitting her with metal with no hockey and nothing that shit.
He might have used hockey. It seemed like there was a semblance of it.
He might have. You know what I'm saying? He might have done a little something.
But Law's shit was very impressive to me.
Yeah, it was very.
I can explain why that part's bad too, if you want.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
The problem with that part isn't the moves in and of themselves. The problem with that is that they come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do come out of nowhere.
I mean, yeah, they did.
But I'm not mad about that because
when
you're against an immovable force, I expect something to happen like that.
The phrasing with Law and kids stuff is odd because they act like as if they had this already. So then,
which is true.
Why aren't you using it on the rooftop then?
Well, they meant. I understand why they didn't. I understand why you say why didn't they use it in the rooftop, but they also said that it actually drains a lot out of them.
Yes.
So Glam, think about it. Glam.
I get that. No, because I was just about to say that point is really a minor one. The issue with it is that it mainly just comes out of nowhere, and there's no buildup or expectations built around them having this. They just
I think we reach in there because sometimes not every single little thing has to be foreshadowed and pre-thought out. And we know that awakening is a factor. The awakening has always been a factor within these devil fruits. Doflamingo's awakening wasn't foreshadowed either. Katakuri's, none of it was foreshadowed. It's just if you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it.
Yeah, but Jay, that's different. That's
okay,
because those are
I agree with that.
that are directly fighting Luffy, and they're using their full showcase of abilities. What's happening with Kid and Law is that they're getting this to get them out of a situation they would not otherwise be able to get out of.
I think you're reaching, and I disagree with that. I think if it was Luffy in that sense, and Luffy just pulled Awakening out his ass, that'd be a problem because it's Luffy.
Oh, Luffy gonna get this too. You just wait.
Okay, but with Luffy, we'll actually have some sort of learning process.
That's a little unfair, Glam.
Yeah, no, I think you're reaching.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm being very unfair right now because I've been hating on this chapter.
But I don't agree with that one.
Well, when we learned about or when they talk about awakenings, it's like, okay, devil fruits can be awakened, so we already think about the candidates of who could possibly be awakened. Everybody speculated like Kid could be awakened. Like honestly, he needs something, so he needs something. If he's gonna really lead the charge of the One Piece and all that.
Isn't even the asshole thing. The biggest issue is like, how did they even get this? That's the biggest.
I mean, we don't even know how Dofi got.
Honest, I think it's cool that Kid has awakening. Like, I don't like his awakening, but I think it's cool because we know that he's been out here in these streets, and it's just like this is the first time, really, besides all this other bullshit, that we really see him like fight. You know,
we can actually respect him in some capacity. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's about themselves are fine. I don't think that's an issue. It's just
before he did the awakening, I ain't gonna lie, I was on his ass.
That's what I'm saying. To me, I'm just happy Kid finally doing something of note that I can actually praise.
I was like, this weak ass nigga, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I agree.
Now we know that Luffy's awakening, as we all know, maybe the bounce house, or he can turn his opposition into rubber.
And to be honest, next week I could possibly.
I've always had the idea that he could turn shit into rubber. Like, say for instance, like if somebody comes at him with a sword, right, and as soon as the sword hit his skin, that shit bend around him real quick instead of it going cut. That shit'd be dope.
I like that.
I
like that.
So you know what? You know one thing that I actually do find funny, bro. One, I think Law's name for his awakening is garbage.
I think his name is fuck. I think his name is a big what? No, bro. In my reaction, I'm like, did he mean to say room, bro? Because this can't be.
Croom is the actual name.
I was looking at him like that's not the answer.
Is lame as fuck.
That sounds like a E40 ad lib.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was
also, there's something I want to address in the chat real quick. There's a bunch of people saying that this is justifiable because this is Oda's writing style.
Nigga, no, it really.
Told. The reason why this isn't good is twofold. One, you remove tension. It's actually threefold. One, you remove tension and stakes from an arc where you're supposed to be having a war, and in war, people die. I don't know if you guys know this in the chat. Correct. But the second thing is that you're retroactively shitting on chapters where there was good tension and buildup for a moment that was supposed to be sacrificial in nature for two of these characters, and a third one where you're supposed to be liking that this character is going down, even though nobody gave a shit about Kanjuro in the first place. And the third problem, which I can't remember now because I talked too long, so I'll move on from that.
So do y'all feel like Law and the Kid gonna be out of commission right after this attack or what?
Absolutely not out of commission. They just said it takes a lot.
Absolutely
not.
Hell no, nigga, this One Piece.
They didn't say it was the end all to be all.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, but you know what though? I like this chapter, man, because since Kinnemon, wait, since the effects of Lost Power still working on Kinnemon, that means that's the reason that Hawkins' arm actually fell off. Killer didn't cut him. So,
yo, come on.
Come on. Here for this agenda.
Hey, bro, I'll tell you now, I was tweaking. I was like, so Law had awakening, so that's why Kinnemon effects still lasted so long. But then I was like, this kind of makes sense of why he probably was.
Virgo, we can see your DMs. What are you doing, nigga?
You can?
Yes.
Well, I ain't saying nothing wild, so who cares?
Nah, but the street.
Jesus Christ.
All right, nigga.
I love it though.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not wilding.
Yeah,
Air plus ratio, nigga.
L plus ratio.
Air. Look at it. This is getting aired. You showing yourself getting aired by everyone.
Hey, but you know what's Jay? But like, you know what? And that's why I like being
ratio,
me.
Virgo.
That's why I like being me, because I have nothing incriminating. So even if they could see it, ain't shit wrong.
Speaking of incriminating,
Just got done what? The Almighty.
they see my DM. They're like, what the fuck is this nigga?
Just got done with the stream, you dumbass nigga.
Just got done sending you news.
This nigga gay.
Yeah.
That's the nigga that's Pirate King season in the chat, huh?
Yeah, I bet it was Pirate King season in the news too.
Like, what's going on in the community? Because I don't know what's going on in the community. Like, truthfully, I just saw Fish video, but like, I don't know.
Fish, wait, run it back.
Hey, y'all gonna talk about what's going on in the One Piece community or what?
Yes,
I don't know too much about it.
Let me get to that. Tom. It's all about presentation.
All right, nigga.
Because I plan on talking about quite a lot of shit today. So I was saying about 10 minutes. Give yourselves, because we're gonna get a little spicy today.
Hey, Virgo, let me ask you a question.
I gotta answer. What's up?
So, what would have you done differently in this chapter if you were older?
Kinnemon would not be involved in any way, shape, or form.
No, like I mean, really think about it now. I don't want you to just goddamn rage reply. Like
Kiko would be dead.
Kiku and Kinnemon would not be, even if Kinnemon's alive,
there's no benefit
would
in
not
Kiku
have
being
been
alive.
involved in this chapter in any way, shape, or form.
There's no benefit in Kiku being alive.
There's no benefit in Kanjuro continuously adding to the fire.
And Kanjuro should die too. There's no reason Kanjuro should
Why?
die.
You don't need, like, the castle's already on fire.
That little 5 little pages were unnecessary as hell to me.
It's bullshit.
Bro, you know what was funny to me? The fact that Orochi brought up Kikiro Kujo name, and I was like, what the fuck is this nigga gonna do? Like, come on, bro.
What are you gonna do?
That's just loyal man's right there.
So like they really are stalling this fight between Kikiro Kujo and Raizo, or no? It's like I'm still confused about this. Like,
does anybody care?
I would have kept Kinnemon alive. I would have kept Kinnemon alive, but I would have took away the whole little thing about Law's power still working. I would have made it so that either Kinnemon took a knife himself, cut his shit in half, and went to go find help, because that shit would have been gutter. Or either it was like his wounds from Kaido, and then that would have been the perfect callback for when we first met him. So the way we met him would be the way that he ended, the way he went out.
Only problem with the
but it wouldn't have been from it wouldn't have been from Law shit, because that's whack. That takes away from all the gutterness of him running around with just a torso. Like, imagine if it was a bloody torso. If the nigga is just surviving off of pure grit on the fucking ground, bleeding out with half his torso, and he got the other half farting, getting messages out and shit. That would have been dope. Straight up, Kiku dead, slaughtered. Got the other guy dead, slaughtered. I mean, that's all we need is the whole thing for Kinnemon. And then and we wouldn't have said Kroom. Straight up, I don't know what the fuck is a Kroom, nigga.
Shout out
Kroom is so stupid.
What is the Kroom, bro?
That shit whack.
Kroom is whack, bro. I'm sorry, this is whack. Oda could have done better.
No.
Yeah, it just makes all this shit stronger. That's probably all.
I'm talking about the name.
Exactly. The ability is not whack, but what happened? The name is whack.
What is the ability though?
Whatever it did had him pierced into a Yonko had his sword sticking out her throat, and that shit was cool. I don't care.
What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do?
All right, so
I just want to figure out what did he do different, cause it looked like just an upgraded counter shot. Like, I know it's not. I know it's more than that. But it was like,
if you read Big Mom's dialogue when he's she gets sort of like.
What up, Toddy?
Hey, Virgo.
Her insides get ruptured. I'm pretty sure.
Let's go. All right, man. So y'all wanna? Tom, you want to discuss Fish's video?
I mean, I don't know too. I only watched a little bit of it.
I might as well bring Fish in here if we're gonna.
May as well just discuss what JD did last night.
What did JD?
Hey, JD, I watched 3 minutes of your video, gave you a like, and went on about my business.
Darson, last night was a little bit hectic.
The theory, the Sanji theory shit.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
We talking about something different.
Yeah, we talking about stream.
No. I was just talking about what last time I was like, because I ain't seen you in a minute.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I was like, I do want to watch this whole thing, but I gotta work in the morning.
Niggas got stuff to do, bro.
Man, fuck it, man. Let's get into the thick of it. Let me take a shot real quick.
Okay.
It is the weekend, you know what I'm saying? It's Friday.
I gotta go host a roast in about 2 hours. I gotta go host a roast of my nigga birthday.
That sounds fun.
Roasting his ass. So.
That's not. He said that's not. You gonna hurt that nigga's feelings.
All right, man.
Of course.
So, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I've been actually itching to talk about this more than a chapter, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Joy.
I missed your reaction to him. Shitty.
Joy Boy.
I've been looking forward to your reaction all day.
Joy Boy annoyed the shit out of me yesterday.
Oh.
Okay.
Annoyed is putting it very lightly.
I'm not. And the thing is, fuck. How do I present this? He made a very, very wild video. I wouldn't even say wild, kind of wild.
It's definitely wild.
So those of you that know that Drizzt came out with his little dissertation, rather, about how he had a 6-hour video about why he no longer enjoys One Piece, the downfall of One Piece, what let him down about One Piece.
6 hours?
Yes, 6 hours.
Hey, I'm down.
Jesus.
So
that's late.
That video.
It's late. Shut up, nigga.
That video brought out a lot of people in the community as, oh wow, you're bashing One Piece, blase. Clearly, you didn't watch the video. I actually finished it last night. And it's actually, to be honest, it's a good video. Not a good video because I agree. It's a good video because I can see that there was earnest work put into it, and that he actually believes in what he was talking about. Because there's so fucking much I disagree with, but I won't go into that.
Yeah.
Okay. He basically said like why he doesn't enjoy it anymore. What some things he believes that could have been done better. Of course, it's his own opinion. You should not think that he's trying to force that opinion upon you. Joy Boy made a video basically saying that he's forcing it upon people, bringing them grief and suffering, yada yada yada, and a bunch of ridiculousness.
But how is he forced to know people if they ain't gonna fucking click on it?
I agree.
Well,
unless
Jay, we're not on a sponsored stream anymore. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, bro.
I'm extremely unsponsored, bro.
Don't be corporate, Jay.
I'm extremely unsponsored.
Don't be corporate. I'm just. I mean, I let.
Well, if y'all want to come with the flagrancy, fuck Joy
this
Boy.
video.
Nah, I'll put it this way, bro. In terms of like, I think Joy Boy has lost all of my respect completely.
He's a bitch.
Like he has no respect. That's bitch made. What he did is absolutely bitch made in every way.
Has that been in the works? Has that been in the works, or is that just in response to his last video?
It's just in response to his last video.
Was he that outlandish about it?
Oh, and Toddy, I'm not kidding. It's bad. It's really shitty. It's shitty. It's a shitty video.
When you bring up individuals who are deceased in a manner to support you trying to hurt somebody's feelings, it's ridiculous.
He brought up Etika.
Yeah, he did, bro. Like, what the fuck is this?
He's basically insinuating that Drizzt's video is so inflammatory that it has the potential to cause people to give themselves self-harms or kill themselves. And he's basically saying shit that Drizzt has done is the reason why. He's basically saying shit that Drizzt has done is also the same type of behavior that pushed Etika to kill him.
He calls it morally.
Why are you insinuating that his video was essentially cyberbullying?
And if you look at Fish's video, his thumbnail is literally the screenshot of him saying that shit. So it's not even fake, not even bullshit.
What up, Fish, and what up, Naya? Welcome, guys.
Well, can I?
Howdy, hello.
Oh, Naya, come on, Naya. Let's bully this nigga, Naya. Come on. Let's bully this nigga.
Light skin.
Naya, let's go, dog. It's that time. It's that time, Naya.
Right, motherfucker.
I gotta say, like, I was very like that video. Like,
it took me aback.
Like 10 minutes was so hard to get. Like Dritz.
Bro, I just couldn't.
Had a 6-hour video of him criticizing my favorite manga, and I got through that shit easily. 10 minutes into Joy Boy's video, my nose is bleeding, my head hurts.
His nose is bleeding.
Like, bro, like I promise you, he didn't say anything. Nothing about
He didn't say anything.
He wasted an hour and 30. I could have been lapping these fucking Mr. combos. We could have a tournament on fucking Halloween, and I'm trash. And I wasted my time watching that shit.
Yeah, I watched the video for the art. That's all.
Can I add a little drama to this too?
Disclaimer real quick. Let me put out a disclaimer. If y'all need somebody to roast and cyberbully Joy Boy, you can hire me.
No. That is not what I'm trying to accomplish. That is not what I'm trying to accomplish.
That would be. You can criticize what he says, but that would be a lot better.
I wasn't gonna. When I woke up today, I was like, when I stream, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna do One Piece and One Piece only because I'm not a part of that cancel culture whack shit. That's whack.
Right.
But then I thought about it throughout the day before I started streaming. I'm like, you know what? I feel like this needs to be addressed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Joy Boy bring Dritz up?
Yes, he did.
Like way back in the day. I wonder if something personal happened that kind of helped spur on this.
There's a deeper backstory to it.
There is a deeper backstory.
There's more that we really can't go into detail in.
Yeah.
Me, Jay, and Virgo know about it, but we're not at liberty to talk about it.
Yeah. But
I'll say this, Toddy. No matter what happened, it did not warrant this behavior.
Correct.
In any means.
Correct.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as if he had just made an hour video combating the points that he didn't like.
Which would have been nice.
And say
it's ad hominem for over an hour.
That would have been
Is
nice.
there a One Piece metaphor you guys can give to just give a hint?
No.
Not really. Not really any I can think of. Maybe like Jinbei. Maybe like, oh, you know what? I got one. I actually have one. I have one. Virgo. I got one. Jinbei and Orlo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jinbei and Orlo.
Interesting. Okay, the old captain and the young gun coming up.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gathering from that. Okay, that's fair.
The irony is that Joy Boys are long in this scenario.
Correct.
I think this isn't just against Joy Boy, but I find it like so despicable to go out of your way to tear down an individual. Like I'm sure Fritz didn't call out anyone personally or insult anyone personally, but Joy Boy.
I can Tom, there's an echo on your mic, by the way.
Tom,
yeah, there's an echo on your mic, by the way.
I can confirm as the person who literally edited the script for that video and watched the whole thing before anybody else did. He does not cast aspersions on a single person's character, and in fact, tries to apologize for times where he took it too far against Oda, ranting and raving in Whole Cake Island.
And people that clearly did not watch an inkling of the
video. And people still think he made the video.
Oh, Dritz called Oda a pussy, blah blah blah. One, let me explain that for some reason. One, it was an after stream. It was an after stream 3 years ago that it was never supposed to be posted in the first place. Because we were dicking around and talking. And the second thing is he apologized for that in the video.
Drew
I was in the wrong for saying that. I should have.
He didn't even monetize.
Yeah, he didn't even monetize the video either.
But Joy Boy still called himself.
I would eat off the One Piece fandom's pain. Are you kidding me? I'm eating off that. Feed me hatred. Yes. Better man.
I mean, Naya, you already have, bro. You've been racially abused by these niggas.
I mean, you have.
Does anybody know the ratio on Joy Boy's video?
Obviously, the One Piece fans are going to suck his dick.
I know the ratio. 248,000 subscribers. Not everything's going to happen.
I want to know if I got faith in the One Piece fandom.
No, you definitely do not, Toddy. You definitely do not.
I mean, Toddy, why do you think you already know Toddy, why do you think you fuck over here on the Dark Continent?
That's true.
What?
The dark content, there's so few in between of us.
But why? You said fuck over here. What do you mean by that?
Fuck around
I was on one Joy Boy stream.
Just let it rock.
I was on one Joy Boy stream like 2 years ago, and that nigga never invited me back.
Because you're
nigga, I went to Joy Boy's server and said, "What up, guys?" and they banned me. Fuck all of them.
And look, you said you don't belong here, boy.
Okay, that's
fuck all of them. I said it.
That's pretty
funny. Skin,
what up, guys?
Get him out of here. That's all I'm saying.
Get that Negro out
of
here.
No, Joy Boy's not a racist.
Yeah, I been ain't like that nigga, man. Cause I looked at his videos, I was like, he sounds like a bitch. He said, like I said, this is not a Joy Boy slander session.
Yeah, I'm not here.
It's not a Joy Boy slander session. Hey, look, my views are not akin to anybody's in here. This is mine and mine alone. So yeah, fuck Joy Boy. That's from the bottom of my heart. I don't even know the context of these videos, but I know Dritz is my nigga. So just like when the Straw Hats went up to the Frankie family for beating up Usopp and ain't know what the fuck's going on, that's how it is. We gonna ride for my nigga any day.
Also these niggas.
Right. That's fair.
Right. What were you saying?
That's fair.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying my issues with the video was like, oh brother, where do I even start?
Come on, bro.
I can already tell I'm trying to like erase the memory.
And you're trying to frame it.
I'm trying. You know what's
you're trying to frame it in a way that's not like super incriminating to him.
No. I don't care about offending him. Honestly, I'm not going to. But I don't care about offending him because he opened the floodgate when he started the
exactly, and that's my point. Yes.
Once you start the mudslinging, it's fair game. The gates are open. I'm not going to stoop that low, but I'm just saying it's fair game. So I don't care what anyone has to say. You shouldn't have started it. Like he said, there's consequences for making this. There's a consequence. They're gonna think you're a bitch now, so deal with it. The funniest thing about that video is he's acting like he's like the paragon of virtue. Like he's like this righteous, holier than thou. Like, oh no, you
virtue signaling, bro.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, he's telling those motherfucking like super radical.
Yeah, he makes it seem like Dritz is the one that's doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's the ray of hope.
Has Dritz never thrown shade his way either?
He is not.
Dritz has never once thrown.
Not publicly.
Interesting.
No, it is ever so interesting. And Fish, since you're here, I want you to explain the premise of your video. I have not gotten a chance to watch it. I apologize.
But I did. Great video.
But if you can go into some detail.
Yeah, I watched it when I was on my way back from the gym.
Oh, I appreciate y'all, but basically I was just talking about like the whole situation with Dritz's video and the reaction he's basically been getting.
Yeah. And he's basically just saying like, so how did you react to it? Was it negative, positive?
Dritz's video?
Yes.
I feel like there was something that I agree with.
I'm sorry, you're getting far
away. This man in the Phantom Zone.
He has a step back?
Yeah, you were in the
He took a step back jumper.
Wide step.
But
step back away from his mic.
When I seen Dritz's video, like there was a lot I agree with. I would say like a majority, but then there was like some stuff I didn't really like feel the same about, like Luffy's dream and little stuff. But I saw where he was coming from, and I've honestly felt like since the pre-time skip, which is like my favorite part of One Piece, since we've been in this post-time skip, a lot of the arcs aren't the same, and you're seeing a lot of inconsistencies. And I don't want to say like it seems like Oda doesn't care, but I feel like if you're in an echo chamber and you have these certain editors around you who aren't telling you about these things, you're just going to keep making the same, and I don't want to even call it a mistake, but it's like, because some people are just eating this shit up. So
I'm some people. Know. So
I don't want to sound like Nostradamus or anything, but I had this feeling back around 2 years ago that something was going to happen with the One Piece community, and that I've seen in other communities, and it's polarization, to where you have two sides that are that feel so extreme about the series, and they don't like each other. I saw this in Game of Thrones when like season 6, 7, and 8 were going on, and you had one side that can criticize it, and the other side is so anti-criticism that they're almost disrespectful.
And that's what I argue in my video, is that you can't have one without the other, because that's just what a series has. You have to. There are certain things that the author does good, and you praise it, and there are certain things where there are lows, and you have to criticize it. So if there's no discussion, there's no discourse. How do you expect progress?
And it's even worsened when they give you the anti-criticism arguments that says, "Oh, write your own story," or "You're not qualified to talk about
see, when they
writing."
say shit to me, I actually have published work, so suck my dick.
Oh,
well, to take it even further, I have a poem published too back in the day. But anyway, to take it,
shut up, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
I didn't say that. That didn't me.
I was
Shut up,
to take it even further, like in a question, to take it even further, when you're asking yourself how toxic a fan base is, the irony is, I think what dictates what's toxic is the fanboys rather than the people that criticize it, because they'll call anybody that criticizes One Piece super, super toxic. But the grossest behavior I see is out of people that are defending this thing diehard towards people that are coming with these criticisms. I got on the One Piece Reddit this morning. I read along with Jay this morning, read the chapter, and I got on Reddit because I thought this was such a shit chapter. I wonder what the community's saying. And it's like back and forth, like, so extreme either way. Either One Piece is the worst shit ever created, or One Piece is fire. People attacking people. And I think One Piece is growing to be one of the most toxic communities in media.
We are, but we're not.
Really? One Piece is definitely the most toxic piece.
We are, but we're not.
Yeah.
We are, but we're not.
What do you mean we're not?
We're not. Because we have good ass moments, Jay.
Of course, but we're we're the biggest hypocrites in the anime community.
We're douchebags, but we're also good people.
Yeah,
I am not a good person.
I'm not calling Joe Boy a good person. I'm sorry.
I'm not talking about Joe Boy. What the fuck?
I don't care, but Joe Boy not a good person.
I'm not a good person.
He's not a good person.
So don't put that on me.
I'm a decent person.
So
I heard Nia can't read.
Joy Boy. That's
I heard
great.
Nia can't read.
I can definitely read,
but he can write.
No, I'm not a good person.
He can't read, but he can write.
Oh, you can write though? Yeah, Nia built different then.
Jay, when you were I can't even read. I can't even write.
It just had to be
I remember that.
Of course it had to be.
Damn, that's crazy.
Who else was it going to be?
Someone in the chat, Virgo, said,
all the big YouTubers, it had to be fucking Joy Boy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, Virgo, said to let God to be seen in. I want to ask that person, are you not enjoying this conversation?
Damn,
The
better question to ask is, are you sober? That's the real question. I need to know.
Well, yeah, God to be seen sober is okay. God to be seen drunk is.
No, he's fine. No,
is chapter 10.
I told him before we got this. I wanted people that were more involved in this situation to be in the call. I've made this known.
Yeah, because I watched.
Well, where's
Dritz?
Why don't you hit up Dritz and see what he's doing?
Dritz is not want to speak on this right now.
The real reason he's not here is because that motherfucker's asleep right now because he works a night job.
Very true.
Real reason.
Dritz does not need to be here for this at all.
It really does.
It's really actually it's honestly beneath him to even respond to Joy Boy.
Well, I just hope I hope he knows he has support though, and he's not alone.
Oh, he knows.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah, we
Man, you know he ain't alone.
Yeah, I spoke to him on stream about it too, because I don't know if Glam, has he seen it yet, or because when I spoke to him, I hadn't seen it yet.
He told me before he went to work yesterday.
Someone sent in a fax. Can you turn down the fax machine?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but he told me yesterday before he went to work that he was going to watch it while he was there. I haven't talked to him since though.
Because I think a couple I think that he first of all, the entire premise of his video is based on something that's not true. Because I think what gets lost a lot is that he is I can't say literally right now, but he's a humongous One Piece fan who is being consistently let down by where the story is going. Like, he's making this from a fan standpoint because he's seen how good the series was and could be, to the point where, I don't know if you guys have recently seen like one of the last streams I did with like the Marineford arc. He was getting emotional speaking about some of his favorite moments from the Summit War saga. Like, he still cares about a lot of the stuff that happened and older things too. I think that's the thing that's lost. People just kind of come at him like, oh, he's just a hater. He hates One Piece. It's not true. And no matter how many times you guys try to paint him that way, it's not true. The man was a One Piece fan who was let down.
And that's exactly why that video is needed. Because I'm in the same boat. This used to be one of my favorite stories. Matter of fact, still is one of my favorite stories because it had such great highs to see how much it has fallen is a travesty.
It doesn't make me feel the same way it used to, and it really is sad.
Yeah, like for me,
it's really sad, bro.
I can remember like One Piece was like the greatest thing for me, like art, literature, peak, everything, right? Anime and manga. Then slowly but surely, it stopped being my favorite anime, but still my favorite manga. But I'm at the point today, it's just my favorite manga, nothing more, nothing less. And a lot of things evoke a lot more emotion and thought into me. For example, like Kubera, man, that just gets my like brain juices flowing. I love reading that shit. I just be happy, even though she's mean and I'll be in pain.
Kubera, go.
You know, I'm probably in the minority, but I still very much love the fuck out of One Piece, anime and manga. And if I'm in the minority, that's fine. I'll down my hill. But my thing is, you guys are most certainly what? Anyway, y'all are most certainly.
Is your love for One Piece? Is your love for One Piece how it makes you feel, or do you love the story?
I love both.
You love
I
the
love how it
story?
makes me feel, and I love the story regardless.
Have you read Hunter x Hunter?
Yes, I've read Hunter x Hunter, and I also know it's unfinished, bitch.
Damn, bro, there's no need to do all that.
I've read Hunter x Hunter from start to like where the fuck it stopped.
I've read Hunter x Hunter several times, to be honest, and I've also watched it several times.
Yeah, I was definitely reading. There's no pictures.
No, I gotta.
I was definitely reading.
No, hold on. I want to hear what Glenn just said. What?
I was gonna ask you, do you still feel that way about Wano with the amount of times you've gotten angry at this shit in this arc?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you been? I think people are forgetting how long we've been here too, because we were into Wano during the fourth Ghetto Reverie. Well into Onigashima and the fourth Ghetto Reverie. We've been here for a long time.
Been in this bum ass land of the samurai
Wano has
for
made
3
me
years.
maybe happier more than it's made me angry.
Hey, that's good enough. Like, I think this is like the first arc in a while that I've seen like the Straw Hats actually feel like the Straw Hats, in my opinion. But I could be tweaking. I could fucking
what?
He said Straw Hats.
Bro, let him talk. Let him talk.
I said like I feel like the Straw Hats feel like the Straw Hats. Like they haven't been feeling like like I don't know. I don't know how to put it. But like it feels like pre-time skip to me a little bit.
When? Because there's only like isolated moments that I felt that way. It's like very, very isolated moments that I think that's actually come up in this arc especially.
Well, they're back with Zoro for one.
Neither.
I got an interesting take that I think might surprise a lot of people.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A lot of people know me for my One Piece hate, but here's the thing. I joke about hating One Piece. I don't.
Whole Cake Island, we were having a blast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I was going to get to. It's like despite how bad I feel like it's been in the last 2 or 3 years, I have always thought that this arc is what's bad. Because it wasn't that long ago where I still loved it. Whole Cake Island, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but that was my favorite post-time skip arc.
I think Whole Cake is underrated.
And in the span of the entire story, that was not that long ago. Yeah. So I feel like Oda is just kind of dropped the ball on Wano, and I'm just hoping that after this arc, I can recapture those feelings again. It's not One Piece I hate, it's Wano that is dog shit. Is New still here?
Yes, and he's talking shit. And I remember week to week, it was funny during Whole Cake was when me and Dritz had most of our arguments. Because we were going back and forth about my enjoyment of it and his disdain for it.
I feel like Oda is bringing it back though, because like I feel like after this motherfucking arc, bro, it's gonna be right back to like what we used to enjoy. You know what I mean?
But we have no way of knowing any of it.
Why do I feel this way?
But
I'm curious.
But I have moments in Wano. I thoroughly enjoy. Like Jay, do you remember that video? The first video we made together before we did Henny Cool Brothers?
Yeah, I remember.
We made a video about Luffy's speech in Udon.
Yeah.
I loved the fuck out of that.
It was a good speech.
I thought it was a top 5 One Piece speech. So he was talking like, you niggas are slaves. What are you talking about? Like, that was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
So there are moments among Wano that I really thoroughly enjoy. But
it's the ratio though, Virgo. It's the ratio of great moments to disappointment.
Here's the issue.
So lopsided.
It's like Dressrosa, where I say there's some incredible highs, but how did we get there? Was it seamless? Was it enjoyable? Was it consistently good? No. We're up and down, fucking, they're just doing a bunch of shit, and it's like, oh, Sabo's alive. Like, that's not good enough. That's not good alive, bro.
Is that Naya speaking?
And you're fine for saying that.
You know.
Wow. That's big Naya.
I don't know why you guys act like I don't.
Naya, you're fine. No, Naya, I know you're taking
It's up and down.
No. It's not the fact that you don't. It's just we don't hear it a lot. That's
no. Joy Boy said that Dritz's speech or whatever can make people like drive them to suicide. I would argue I've heard Naya say things about One Piece haters that have taken a couple lives.
I'm gonna be Jesus Christ. About have you heard Naya speak on Hunter x Hunter?
That's true.
Well, that's just because he has a learning disability. But
I mean,
wow.
Like I was told, Dritz, like you see me. Wow. You see, you came with that with such tact. See me, hatred, dark side energy, hatred. But I'm making that video, and I got nothing nice to say.
No,
I'm just going in.
I've listened to Naya before.
I've done it.
I would not have cared about.
I've listened to Naya talk about One Piece haters, and it's urged me to like get out and apologize.
So let me
next time I'm gonna say sorry. I shouldn't be hating this on.
Well, let me
making me feel bad.
Spit it to you like this, right? I was a fan of JB before I really got into the community. I remember I actually tweeted at Joy Boy, I want to say 5 years ago. Yeah. I tweeted him, I said, yo, what's good? You don't know me, but I'll be in the community soon. Actually, that's 5 years ago.
All right. Who's like that, bro?
Who has the fax machine?
Oh, okay.
Y'all still on these Xbox 360
mics.
Glam, you're
your
phone is a sham.
That shit was weird as hell. I just literally put it on the counter.
Freaked out. Oh my god!
Sound like you saw
what on the counter?
Yo, run away from kid, nigga. That nigga's after your phone. Jesus Christ!
But that being said,
it's still there
with Joy Boy.
What do you mean by that?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought he was a man of brain power. I thought he had a brain.
Yeah.
His video.
We heard that. Yeah,
his video gave me a semblance of something else. Because it was nothing but disses and jabs and butt-hurtedness. And I thought
he's shilling. He's shilling because he knows the One Piece fans will ride with him. He's just pandering. That's my problem.
I get it,
too.
But I thought that he was like. I thought he was a little different. I thought he was like
because Rich is somebody that they would love to see get knocked down a peg too. So he picked a good person to do it to.
That's right. That's right. As he should. What the hell?
Big news.
Wait, you guys don't think he genuinely feels these things?
He should, man. Y'all just sound like y'all defending y'all boys.
I would argue that there's a lot of truth in what Joy Boy thinks he's feeling, but a lot of it to me is not genuine. Doesn't come across.
Yeah, my thing is Joy Boy was hurt by the video, so Joy
he got an agenda.
Last out.
He smells, bro.
He got an agenda, and he smells into a team.
Big news. He did have an agenda.
Do you need to bring up somebody that's already gone, bro?
Yeah, like, you know, I didn't watch the video. I don't fuck with neither one of them. I just know what I'm hearing.
Okay. What is Dritz over there?
What is wrong with you?
Wait, you don't one of them, and you ain't watch the videos?
I don't watch the video, and I don't fuck with either one of them. But I know niggas. I know when you niggas defending somebody to a T. I know that.
It has nothing to do with defense. Because
I don't want to hear that.
When I watch his video, right?
That's just another day in the VC.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's quite an open mind you got there.
You can't come into a conversation say I don't want to hear it.
Nigga, don't watch the video.
And I ain't watched the video.
You have no idea what we are even talking about, nigga. In fact,
I'm talking about what
now. I'm not gonna give you a link.
This is how ignorant I am.
What's wrong with this nigga, bro?
I don't give a fuck about these two white boys. I came for a live reaction. You playing me.
What's wrong with my nigga?
Big news. My trigger finger hit you, but you funny as hell.
Who's man?
I came for a live reaction.
The live reaction is over.
Who's man? Who's man? News right now. Come on, bro.
I once called News the best black man in the world. And
he did. I don't know why.
I don't know why you ever did.
I would like to
give a fuck about that opinion. I'm here talking about One Piece.
Shut up, nigga.
No, big news. We are talking about One Piece.
Y'all talking about the community, man.
You talking about these nuts, cuz.
That's One Piece.
Yeah, gay boy.
Honestly, the community is more entertaining than the chapters lately.
Thank you,
That's true. The community's scared the story.
Okay, we can segue back. Big news. What do you want to talk about the
segue to these?
Nah, I want to keep talking about these two white guys.
Nah,
I want to talk about. I'm gonna watch this video. I'll be right back. Y'all better.
You gonna be right back? Yep.
Well, you're gonna be right back. It's an hour long.
I'm not watching that video. I'm watching Joy Boy video.
Another
No,
hour.
Joy Boy's video is an hour
Another
long,
hour.
stupid.
I'm gonna watch the clip notes then. Fuck
Not the shortcuts. Cutting all the corners.
I just want to know who's man's.
I'm
It's my
ashamed.
man's, but he wildin'.
He
All
was.
right. So nobody got
News.
their
News, as the biggest Wano fan that there is, you are that anxious to talk about this pile of shit we all read.
Oh
This
no,
morning.
Toddy. These last 2 weeks I've been disappointed. I'm
Really? Big news.
Character
Oh,
development. All right.
He did it with Hopkins last week, and Kinnemon is still alive this week. Oh my god.
Okay, you weren't here last week. What was your problem with Hawkins?
Bro, he just failed me. He just failed me, bro.
He failed you.
Sounds like an agenda to me.
Bro, 100%. Don't get it twisted. I'm the nigga. Jay, I'm the nigga I complain about right now, bro.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because he was talking about Wano go. What you mean Wano go?
Here's what I gotta say about this week's chapter. And this is coming from me. No kids.
There we go, nigga.
I legitimately think this is one of the worst One Piece chapters I have ever read. I think part of the thing that bothers me the most, it retroactively ruins a lot of earlier chapters and moments. And listen, it's not lost on me that I'm reading One Piece. I get it. I understand. I'm not even shocked by these decisions of behavior. I'm disappointed. Because at the end of the day, I think what a lot of people are missing, who is trying to be like, the law thing makes sense. First of all, cut it out, man. Please cut it out. Stop. You don't have to shake your ass that hard for Oda. I promise you'll be okay. Your cape is flowing in the wind unnecessarily. Like, come on, bro. That's not a good explanation or reason for why that's okay. I always said that, like, I had a problem with Pell not dying and blah, blah, but, like, I always felt that Ace and Whitebeard being the first two major, like, in, like, current time deaths, where it was major, which was smart, because he kind of played on the formula. He doesn't kill people, and the first two people he killed were major. I think this was the arc for him to kind of flip that formula again. And I thought those moments of sacrifice and stuff tied into Wano, tied into the samurai's honor and all of those things. You had Kaido doing cleanup. Like, he bashed him first and then stabbed him. Like, he's not, like, bleeding out or something. Like, I'm like, wow, none of them are dead. Kiku, fucking Kanjuro, and Kinnemon, I'm sorry. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I swear to God, if Law didn't do one of the coolest things I ever seen, that was getting 0 out of 10. I was never giving One Piece of chapter a 0 out of 10. It was about to get a fucking 0. What Law did was fucking cool, and I'm like, man, all right, 1 out of 10. But still, other than not a good chapter. I'm fucking disappointed, bro.
I'm so proud of you, Naya.
I feel like I was listening to Martin Luther King just now. I was very proud.
I know. I'm shook. I had goosebumps.
Yeah. I got it a 3 out of 10.
Virgo, do you remember? Virgo, do you remember when I said a certain chapter was what I thought was the best post time skip chapter, and
It wasn't 1057, was it?
It was the chapter where Kaido stabbed Kinnemon. And I remember
that had to be like 1008, 1014.
Oh, I remember
something like that. But it moved me so much that I actually apologized. I apologized to the community. I was like spazzing over the chapter, and the reason I said that it was the best post time skip chapter was because it was the first time I felt like there were real stakes, like there's real consequences, that Kaido is actually a dangerous guy. And I don't know, I felt a way after reading this, because obviously, like, my reason for loving that chapter has been completely robbed from me with this chapter. But what also surprises me is I thought people were only going to dislike the will of K. I thought that was the only thing that was going to piss people off. But people are realizing, too, how ridiculous it is that these two niggas had awakenings as well. And I think there might be a movement going on in the community where people are becoming less and less biased and more open to maybe we're watching our series jump the shark. And now keep in mind, I don't think it really is. I think this is just a bad arc. But I think people are kind of waking up and being more realistic about this series.
More so about if the pattern continues, it's going to turn out to be trash. That's the thing that people got to recognize.
Glenn is right.
Now, you could argue that it's kind of been that way for the entirety of post time skip, but not as egregious as it is in Wano.
Yeah.
I think with the deaths, like with Whitebeard and Ace, obviously those are like huge deaths, and they're like timeless deaths because they're forever gonna affect like the outcome of One Piece. And the thing with these Wano deaths, right? Even the people that die, we don't even care about them. But it's the fact that they're still not even dying, which makes it kind of pitiful. And if like Kiku died, we're not gonna be like arcs from now, like damn, Kiku died. That's crazy. Look at the effects it had on the world.
Right.
It's kind of funny. Sorry, real quick. Because Tower of God and One Piece did the same bullshit this fucking week. With all this fake tension, no tension. It's
Y'all
so garbage.
There's
There's so much fake tension in Tower of God on One Piece. It's cool. It's so goddamn annoying, right? Bro, shut up, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Shut up. So like,
wait, who are you talking to?
You like, shut up.
You got me
for a second. God damn.
No, fuck that, nigga. I don't know who the fuck you talking to.
What's wrong with you?
Don't bring Jesus in this. Jesus can't save you, nigga.
Be quiet, bro.
What's wrong with
Shut up, little boy. Shut up,
guys, please.
Shut up, little boy.
Yo.
I don't know who the fuck you been talking to. Shut your panties out your mouth, little dude.
Yo, big
I don't give a fuck why you talking now. You relax.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, good news.
I don't know what's wrong with this nigga. Jesus can't save you, nigga.
Stop talking.
News.
Shut up.
News. Why? News.
What's wrong with this?
I really don't want to do it, bro. What type of time?
It's not just news. Hold on, it's not just news. To be fair, Naya told that nigga to shut up. That's disrespectful to say to a man. That's disrespectful.
No,
my nigga.
Both of y'all both calm down.
In my ear,
gentlemen.
Fuck about your sensitive ears, nigga.
Stop ad-libbing me, bro.
Gentlemen.
Let's bring it back down. Breathe in and out.
All right,
In and out.
Get your panties out of the
Hisoka, gone.
Y'all done?
Damn, somebody get the bitch down.
Hey, bro. Hey! Both y'all
The
niggas shut up,
Chimera
bro.
Ant arc. Let's calm down. Think of good things.
Shut up. I don't care. Listen. I'm not on the type of time today. I want to have a discussion today. And if we can't have a discussion, I'm booting niggas left and right. I don't care. I'm not in the mood.
Way better, you know, if
take control, Virgo. Go ahead. Put your nuts on the table, King.
You didn't know how I feel about disrespect. I ain't acting brand new.
That's cool, big news, but don't act like you don't dish it out too. Now shut up.
I think both of them got disrespectful, so both of y'all were in the wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Neither party is coochie. Or
and news, you know how light skinned Naya is, and you came in talking about white folk. Like you know that probably got under.
Shut up! Don't tell me shut up. You can say I was talking my bad. Cool. Once you say shut up, it's a rap, nigga.
Hey, but big news.
All right, you guys have both apologized.
Y'all good. But big news. The annoyance is building because you did come in talking about some shit you had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, and
in the presence of Naya, the lightest nigga in the community. How could you?
You said what?
I thought he was darker than the moon this night.
Hey,
we can just continue the discussion, y'all.
Yeah.
We can.
What are you gonna do?
But,
what are you gonna do?
York New City.
Yo,
Greed Island.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up.
Greed Island is a friend. Think of good things.
This nigga is so.
Virgo, go ahead, kick him out, man.
You said York New City.
I'm not kicking shit, but
you can kick these.
What?
I'm not kicking shit, but back.
You can kick these nuts, cuz. My bad. That was wrong.
Sure,
yeah, my bad. Yo, Virgo, my bad, bro.
Wait, you want
Virgo got quiet like he was about to swing. I said, all right, Virgo, my bad, bro.
That's cool.
He said, that's cool. All right, I got you.
Jay, you want him to kick your nuts, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said, don't pull out the 9, Jamal.
Hey, no bullshit. I got a size 15 motherfucking foot. So, like, stop playing.
Yeah, size 15 foot. Big clown foot ass nigga.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Ronald McDonald head ass.
I see one up there in the closet.
That boy Virgo was some Converse. That shit like the Ark, nigga. Long ass boat
Hey,
foot.
motherfucker, ain't no bullshit. My feet long as a bitch, bro. So I can't buy certain shoes because motherfucker look oblong as hell.
This nigga walking around like Gecko Morgan.
I'm screaming. Keys, ass nigga.
Okay, that's actually funny. That's actually funny.
So Virgo is coming with the 3-point line.
Hey, hog back ugly ass bitch said some fwa. Hey, real quick though, got to be seen. Got to be seen. You said you had something special to say on this Joy Boy Driss thing. What do you have to say?
Yeah, man, I was just thinking A little wet.
Make him take a breathalyzer before he talks.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Y'all niggas are so egregious, bro.
Hold on.
This is a sick Negro.
All right, what's up?
All right,
What
do you mean,
Mic check.
It's been nice, fellas. I gotta go host this show, man.
Hey,
I gotta get my material ready.
Go on,
I'm holler at y'all niggas, man.
All right, kill him, bro. Kill him.
And one more thing before I go. Fuck Joy Boy, bitch ass nigga.
Wow.
Don't say it like that. We got
All right, gotta be seeing you here, bro.
Nigga, but I'm
super cool.
I'm still here, bro.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let that man say his piece.
No, go ahead.
All right, but
No, you say yes,
I want to, before I go forward, bro, I want to apologize because apparently I use a term that most people take offense to in the way that I use it, and I do apologize. I'm gonna cut it from the way I speak out of respect because I do understand exactly how it can be taken, and I'm not gonna use it.
Racist motherfucker.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move on from that just because I just want
gotta be seen real fast. I appreciate and respect that, and that's real manly of you to actually boldly say that.
You're a good man, brother. Good man, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad you came in to say that, man. We'll catch you later.
That's not what he. That's not what he came in to say, nigga. That's not what he came to say.
Making jokes.
As long as you come at me, and I do love to go back and forth with you, bro. This is something serious to me about the Joy Boy and Dritz thing. Is like I've followed a lot of people from like when they had the discussions with Brago shit, like the late night pull-ups way back in the day, back in 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The old
6 months ago.
6 months. What?
Harris capping it.
That's how I kind of ended up following like Virgo and Dritz and the rest of them. And I know about like Rogers, Joy Boy, and the rest. Like, don't get me wrong, I follow that kind of shit on and off. And Dritz really did shout out Joy Boy a lot, and the only reason I really did watch a lot of content was stuff that Dritz would recommend and his breakdowns of shit. Like, like many little breakdowns would inspire me to go and check this man's content. Like, he really did hype this man. And so, like, when I see Joy Boy coming at Dritz the way that he did, it kind of felt disrespectful, man. It really did because Joy Boy is big and he has no reason to come at that man in any kind of way. Even if say like all of Drit's followers got together and were an issue on like his Discord or his Twitter or what, bro, like there's enough mods that Joy Boy has that he has more mods than Drit's probably has followers right now.
Probably true.
Let's just be real. Like Joy Boy is a big fucking channel, but like he's very popular because he gets a lot of word of mouth. Because he pumped out a lot of fucking theories early on when nobody was pumping out theories. Like, and he stood by a lot of his shit right or wrong.
Yeah.
Like people gave him his props. But this is my thing that kills me, right? Dritz genuinely fucking loves One Piece. Y'all don't understand that.
No, we do understand that.
As he watched the series devolve, as like someone who really does love good writing, someone who does love content, he started pointing out things along the way, and somehow, some way, the fan base just like caricaturized him as this evil fucking One Piece hater. And it's no, this is somebody that likes the series that's having an issue with how stuff is trailing off in his favorite fucking story. Well, not anymore, but still, like.
It's true.
He really
ain't nobody finna listen to that shit every week though, bro. Ain't nobody finna listen to that shit every week. Like let Carl spade a spade.
Yeah, you're right though. You're true enough about that. Like
super cool. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Drit when he come out here and like you talking about how he turned into a character of himself. When you come out here every week and you have some bad every week. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing.
He does. That's why. So you're a part of that. Hold on. I got this. So you're so big. So super cool.
Let Virgo go, y'all. Let Virgo go because he really do this shit.
Super cool. So super cool. I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you're freedom to cut me off at any point I'm incorrect. You believe?
All right, I'm at to stop you there, Virgo.
I'm about to stop you.
Real cute.
Boy, if you don't sit yourself.
Real cute.
Super cool got songs everywhere, boy.
Super cool. What I'm saying is, you be under the spectrum that Dritz is a One Piece.
Not what I'm saying.
You do understand?
Not what I'm saying at all.
Okay,
not what I'm saying.
I
can tell you what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is when all this shit first started happening, and because he talked about it himself in the video, he was saying when he first started, you know what I'm saying, after Whole Cake Island, the beginning of Whole Cake Island, when he realized that the shit wasn't gonna change, but what he thought it was gonna change, he said he'd come every week into the chat and go say his negatives, and it became a weekly thing. What is Dritz the Drag Down going to say about this week's chapter? That's the point in time. What I'm talking about. Because he was saying he just randomly just came that, and what I'm saying is it's a cause and effect to that shit. It ain't like the niggas that came and said one thing bad one week, and everybody like Dritz to drag down this Darth Vader ass nigga. Like it
happened pretty immediately.
That's not what we're saying, though, Supergirl. We're saying that he shouldn't hold because his opinions and the way he approaches things have changed drastically.
That's not what I'm saying. That's the disagreement that we got going on. That's what I'm saying. I was just talking about that one point. I was trying to get recognition to the point of why he came, you know what I'm saying, why he got the narrative placed on him that he has. And he knows that. He said that in the video.
Well, the problem is that the narrative is no longer true. That's what we're saying.
And the thing is, they be on his ass, bro. He half the time he don't want to speak for fear of that.
I just want to address something real quick. It's somebody who really wants to.
Hey, real talk. Who the fuck is Park Hammond, and how the fuck they get this link?
How the who?
Who is Park Hammond?
That's my shooter.
That's your shooter.
All right, they getting denied because none of y'all can claim them.
Yeah, why do y'all just?
I don't know who that is, but that boy Red Sniper status. You better watch your back now.
No, I ain't letting his ass in. But I don't know what the fuck that was about.
No, but I wanna say this, right? I watched the progression of Dritz going from like hugging a goddamn Nami body pillow and doing like some weird worship ritual in front of the poster, trying to do his Tekken shit, to like really shitting on the fucking series, bro. Like genuinely hating the shit because of how Oda took shit, bro. Like he became salty about certain things. And he took it out on other parts of the story in some ways. I think that really like if you didn't like understand his takes on stuff and how much he actually cared and what he was upset about, you just heard this man just ragging on the series and the way he rags on it. You can see him being taken as somebody who hates the fucking series and thinking of somebody who's basically just shitting on the series.
That's a fact.
I don't think it's that the man hated the series or was trying to shit on the shit or the series itself, but like just it's the genuine fact that out of context of knowing where he came from and like his views up until that point, and you just hear like one or two sound bites or just like watch 2 or 3 videos of him like being like real critical, like genuinely tearing apart One Piece. You'd be like, oh, this dude just hates One Piece and all he wants to do is just tear into One Piece.
Right.
And I don't think that's the case, but I think the community is real knee jerk. I mean, look at the Sanji fans and the Zoro fans. Like, let one fucking panel be like a certain fucking way, it's Sanji's favor. Let it be a certain way, it's Zoro's favor.
It's pandemonium, baby.
So they'll argue against whatever fucking angle the panel is in just to make an excuse for their character being stronger.
Yeah. And I think you highlight a bigger problem too with a lot of people because they don't ever even take the time to kind of research. You'll like watch one video from somebody and cast a bunch of aspersions onto them. Whereas like growing up for me, right, because it's so funny to me because at the end of the day,
you're muted, by the way.
Satsuki?
My bad, Night. What's good?
You're good, Night.
Good.
What up, Chief?
Hey, Satsuki.
No,
but
good, man. Go ahead, Night.
I know. You were making a great point. I want you.
Yeah, I cut him off. My bad, Night. Go ahead.
I actually lost my train of thought. So
damn, my bad, bro. That's me. That's on me.
You said he highlights the bigger.
I lose my train of thought easily.
No, I understand, and
the community they don't do research, my nigga. Come on.
Your point.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's the problem. You got parts of the community that over research.
Well, your point.
Like, I know. No, hold on. Toddy gives me hell. Like, oh, I'm 8mm real and shit. But bro, there are some people like Joy Boy that'll like fucking look at some ancient story and then like reach deep up in that ancient story and be like, okay, you see these connections and these little fucking parts of what Oda's trying to do.
That's kind of his job now.
Yeah.
That's just the example. He's just like, he is a poster child for that shit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's not issue. I feel like this. I feel like.
My bad.
You can go ahead. I'll go after you.
I really just want to say something real quick.
Well, just to tie in with what Nia was saying, and like this is really, I don't know, this is really deep to me, and I'm really disappointed by this, and I don't know how I feel. But I've been sitting here talking to you guys for an hour, and no one has commented on my Hisoka mug, and I've been baiting out this compliment.
Bro, I've seen it multiple times. Don't nobody care.
Put it in the camera. Put it in the camera. Oh no, that's a
I'm
nice
be real with you. I kept thought. I'm be real, bro. I just kept thinking it was a picture of you on your mug, so I kind of just didn't notice.
You think that nigga look like Hisoka?
Okay, that's actually funny.
I mean, it's the look in his eyes, bro. It's the look in his eyes.
I really could have gone in. I really could have kept going. I think the main issue for me, in my opinion, though, I feel like folks go on YouTube and, like, you know what I'm saying, just take YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, opinions, and, you know what I'm saying, just go out them opinions and facts. And if they get proven wrong, you know what I'm saying, they go under the, like, you know what I'm saying, scenario that it's just, this shit just trash. You know what I'm saying? Like when Big Mom we can go, we do this shit all the time in the Discord. You can go through we'll be like 130 chapters, whatever in Wano. It's so many things where some shit will happen in the chapter, in that one chapter, and then a YouTuber will react to it, go fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying, shit on it, and that shit don't be that big of a deal.
That's my issue with Wano. Like, we see so much stuff going on in Wano that it's hard to genuinely like enjoy it. Like,
I was in the whole time.
Like we're to the point. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say I was here the whole time, man. I remember when, you know what I'm saying, One Piece of trash. They out here doing time travel in a pirate story. There's no way Oda can be able to write time travel in a way that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the week where Big Mom got amnesia, that shit. I think the amnesia shit is nowhere near as bad as people tried to make it out to when it happened. Every single time, you know what I'm saying, that bitch got hit in the head hard. People were out here clutching their breath because the YouTuber told her that shit is bad because of what we had in last start. What had happened last start.
So who told me?
A whole bunch of people did.
Who told me?
I don't know who told you. You on YouTube, right? I don't know. Maybe the website told you some shit.
Nah,
maybe you just, you know what I'm saying, make a YouTube.
TCB told me it was bad.
Some of that shit was actually legitimate.
I'm just fucking with you on that. But what I'm saying, it's just a lot
I'm gonna head about this nigga, bro.
It really don't be that, you know what I'm saying, big of a deal. Kinnemon being alive.
This is my issue with Wano, man. This is my issue with Wano. The same thing with Whole Cake. Like, everything since like Pop,
no,
it might have even started.
You bogus.
Yo. I'm sorry. Time out. Sasuke, change your background, bro.
Listen. I'm just trying to see what I can do. I'm seeing what I can do. I'm testing my
bro, what's wrong with you?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, if he pull a Steve-O, you better
kick that. Please don't pull a Steve-O.
I'm not that wild.
I mean, Sasuke, you kind of wild.
I'm at least censor it so it's passable for YouTube, bro. Black box.
Is that Berton?
Yes. Hey, no, be real with me, y'all. Y'all been following this series for a long time. A bunch of y'all have, I know. Since Fishman, since the time skip, since the comeback of the time skip, do you genuinely feel like One Piece has taken a turn for the worst or a dip in its storytelling?
It hasn't been as good.
Not for me.
Here we go.
Not me.
No, this is my thing. Like, as we progress,
I love how you ask a question and as before anybody could answer. This is my thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like,
let us tell you.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be one of the niggas that's on the side that it ain't, you know what I'm saying, really change that much. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, we just got longer arcs, but basically the same stuff happening, like, you know what I'm saying, the pre-time scale arc. Frankie and his whole, you know what I'm saying, family was supposed to got blew up in Water 7 and in his life, and they stayed alive, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody even remembers that.
Yeah.
It was a huge part of that arc that they ended up getting killed. And nobody brings that arc down and say this is trash, you know what I'm saying, mid One Piece, and that shit, you know what I'm saying, worse because it happened in the pre-time skip. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to, you know what I'm saying,
there's a huge difference in that example because there's a lot more. There's two reasons why that doesn't matter. One, it was still bad then. Let's call it a
That's not what I'm saying.
And
that's
two,
not what I'm saying.
And
not
two, the second thing is that there's much more quality moments surrounding pre-time skip arcs that make up for the bad things in the pre-skip. The post-time skip is the reverse.
I can make that same argument with this arc. I can make that same argument with this arc. I can literally make that same argument with this arc. And what I was gonna say, what I'm saying is like, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, all the members of the Frankie family, like that's the same thing as what happened with the Kinnemon situation. All I'm saying is the things that y'all complain about are One Piece complaints. It ain't no pre-time skip, post-time skip complaints. It ain't like that nigga just pulled that shit out of nowhere and just started doing that shit.
Okay.
This
like,
man is spitting.
That is actually a valid point.
I want to address that. Hold on,
wait, he's not finished. He's not finished.
Yeah, let me finish. I was gonna say like
that was interesting.
When it comes down to comparing, you know what I'm saying, great moments, I feel like this art has top tier amazing moments. You know what I'm saying? Like finding out what the Yonko's bounty is a top tier moment. Luffy getting Conqueror's Haki is a top tier moment. People complain that we don't see Luffy train, and we gonna see Luffy train for like 30 chapters, and then y'all say, I don't want to see Luffy train. This is boring. I don't like going to Udon every week. But then we go out here and then we build up a credible villain, you know what I'm saying, that we have been building up for like, you know what I'm saying, multiple arcs in on end. I feel like if we were having 30 chapter little small arcs with little villains, y'all wouldn't like that either. It wouldn't lead up to the, you know what I'm saying, shit that we had built up in pre-time skip. You can't go back and go have arcs like Surah Village after what we saw in Marineford. You would have to do this bigger shit, right? Like,
I kind of feel like here's the thing. In Fishman Island, right? We had basically the whole purpose of Fishman Island, which we have never seen, is the Straw Hat crew just flexing. The whole purpose is for them to flex.
And for Jumbo to
at a spot just to show out. They're not trying to help nobody. Like, okay, yeah, there's like the fish.
Let me go after this.
Oda basically wrote that shit in as an excuse for them to flex. Like that
Jumbo's backstory and all that shit.
Everything since post-time. No, everything since post-time skip feels like it's just a build-up to a hype moment. The hype moment happens, and then we move on to the build-up of the next.
And how we
moment.
got there wasn't good.
There's no character interaction. There's no crew interaction. There's no I don't think I can remember one fucking scene of fucking Luffy and Usopp or the rest of the fucking crew genuinely interacting as a crew. Hanging out on the fucking sunny sailing to somewhere. I haven't seen them like when they're exploring a fucking island have like a conversation about shit or discuss things or topics about the world around them or their fucking dreams or like the fucking like concept of the story itself has genuinely fucking changed its perspective. It does not feel like it's written by the same person sometimes.
I think
Big and Nick. Go ahead, Big. Then I'll go after you.
Garbage. If you're going by that aspect, I 100% agree with you, right? Besides Fishman Island, that journey, that's when they got out there talking out the way. There's bigger circumstances now, right? The story grows, we grow. They're not the little pirates that just sailing the seas and trying to figure shit out. They got to go and they're trying to figure it. But my reason that I don't enjoy it as much until we got to Wano, of course, is the way I digest it. Because before, it was just a binge. It was just me reading, oh shit, this happened. All right, cool. Damn, okay, Rob Lucci, Marineford. Kizaru, everything, right?
Right.
And then you get to that week to week. Now you waiting weeks on end, and now you getting this week break, and now niggas is talking shit in your ear because now this is not you seeing it. It's you and your niggas now, your friends that you got along this journey, and now they talking shit because you sound dumb because you just came up with a dumb theory, right? So it's different. It's not the same as when you read this shit
by yourself.
And that's just how I feel.
No, this is my thing. In all of the post time skip stuff. So the way the story has been presented is very drawn out and then sped up and then drawn out. Whereas before, it was a slow build-up with breakdowns along the way to the build-up that led to a finale that gave you closure and then moved on to the next thing. With this, what we have had is we have just had a constant battle on to the next problem. There's just been a build-up and a build-up and a build-up to like this ultimate enemy. But here we are in the fight for the ultimate enemy, and it has become a clusterfuck of too much information, too much storylines, too much plot, too many characters with too much shit going on, too much clashes, and Oda just basically turning fucking One Piece into One Piece shoot upon at this point.
Next.
Let me
next, and then after Cool, we got him.
I'm gonna meet myself on that.
Yeah, after Cool, it's Naya. He raised his hand.
Correct.
Toddy had went before me. Toddy had asked to go before me. I'll go at the top.
Did he?
I didn't want to cut him. Yeah, he did.
Toddy was saying something, but he never got it off. So.
All right, well, you know what I'm saying? That's his 5 seconds.
Well, that's just a simple fact. Everybody shit on One Piece, and he's
I ain't letting everybody.
I think you'll be surprised by my take, gotta be seen, actually.
I was gonna say my. Okay, well,
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Quick question, and then I'm gonna make my point. Is Dressrosa not a, you know what I'm saying, story that can be told by itself with none of the other stuff? Or is it not? No. What? So you can't tell Dressrosa without telling the Wano stuff. The story, you're like, you know what I'm saying, Viola and King Riku, they got, you know what I'm saying, island stolen by a celestial dragon that like took the throne and then they beat him in that one place. That's not a singular story.
Essentially, no, because one of the plot lines, one of the plot lines for that comes from Doflamingo being a weapons trader and underground arms dealer, and that being a port where he uses citizens as slaves to transport and have those connections with multiple other things. So it is not an isolated incident and an isolated story.
But when is that plot line gonna get finished then? The plot line about him being, you know what I'm saying, like all the stuff you just said. When are we gonna finish that plot line in Wano?
We already got the plot line in Whole Cake Island when we had the fucking Germa having extra fucking work on their way to Big Mom's.
What they got to do with Doflamingo?
He was supplying the fucking weapons, the artificial devil fruit. They literally had multiple scenes where they showed. Yeah.
What you saying, Virgo?
I said, he's still supplying weapons to Wano to this day.
I don't think he. I think they said when they had went directly to him, they had went straight to Orochi. At that point in time, like Doflamingo was the middleman. He was dealing with the weapon. That's why they
remember all them joints that that Koala and Sabo had found underground.
Yeah,
that was for Wano.
That wasn't to Wano, and the thing that
my bad. You're right. That wasn't to Wano. That was actually to the surrounding countries. You're right.
The thing that got to be seen is be talking about is that Doflamingo as the underworld broker had all of his connections left up because of the straw.
That plot line is done. After Doflamingo gets beaten, though, the plot line of him being the underworld, that's done in that arc. That's what I'm saying.
And it ruined
but that plot line wasn't set up in Dressrosa. It was set up in Punk Hazard.
Yeah.
It is set up in Punk Hazard.
It's not a single thing.
But what I'm saying is the plot line of Doflamingo, the underworld broker that did all that ended in Dressrosa. The story of all that's a singular story that gets like dealt with at that point in time. Like, the same argument y'all can say like Crocodile.
What was your super cool? What was your bigger point? What was your bigger point?
Guys, gentlemen, let's wrap this up because Naya has been waiting patiently.
All right, my bad. I'll get my main point. The main point I was trying to say.
Virgo, you know I'm here too.
Toddy?
Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't do it no more.
Yeah, let me finish this up because I'm being long. The main point I'm trying to say is I feel like the story had to grow, you know what I'm saying, for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to stay the same story that we read when we were kids. And I agree with Big News that if we would have read all this shit straight through, if we would have read and we would start at One Piece today, and we would have the option to go read all the way through, and we don't get all that time to go talk with our friends every single week about it. We would have no one other model place that we have today.
For real? Hold on, I'll disagree with that. As someone who genuinely, like a couple years back, I used to like for a couple months, I'd watch every fucking single episode, like start all the way up until like new episodes would pop off. Just like 2 times throughout the week, bro. Like I, catch a couple episodes a day here and there until I caught up until like a new episode it was away. So I didn't watch every fucking thing all at one time, right? So I can
I know exactly what you mean.
Right? Well, as I watched it, like I've done this like 2-3 times, like going back at the beginning, watching it all the way up to the start, and
Not
like
the same thing. Not the same thing.
It is the same for me. Like as far as like those moments that are touching that thing with Vivi screaming, you know, everybody stop fighting. Like I genuinely felt real connections to like the emotional stuff from it. Like, all right, when I saw Cobra pinned to the wall by you know, fucking Robin and Crocodile, like I was like, oh shit, right? But here I am, Yasue up on the fucking stand, like this man getting gunned down. I'm like, damn, that's fuck up. But it don't hit the kind of same way, like because I didn't have the build up to. All I got from Yasue was this dude was choking. He hung out with Zoro, and like he was a friendly kind of dude in the village. Like the snit, like the way he has compressed certain backstories, but expanded on other backstories that don't matter. The way he has focused on certain context of the story that just he never really gave a shit about, just because it gets more hype. It don't feel the same kind of writing style. It feels more like just how Naruto Shoot Upon was like it was supposed to fucking end at a certain point, but it kept pushing. I kind of feel like there's certain things that Oda's editors are just like they're pushing this man to stretch certain shit, bro.
Nice.
Let me say that real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You were real long. I know these niggas trying to wait to go. All I'm saying is the reason why I'm saying it's something different is because no matter how you trying to say, even if you go back and you watch all the episodes all the way through, me as a nigga that been reading this shit for weeks, I don't give a fuck how many times I rewatch Dressrosa. I know for a fact how it was when them chapters came out. I know how long it took for that shit to get done with. So that gives you a predetermined bias. Like I sat through 2.5 years of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how that feels. Like even if I go back and rewatch it, I can enjoy it. But you know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing as when I was a little kid and I could just go watch One Piece all the way through for the first time. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a different. It's not the same thing.
I can feel that, bro. I'm not gonna. I can genuinely get where you coming from with that.
Nice,
I'm sorry.
Nice.
So I do believe Toddy and
hallelujah.
I do believe Toddy and Naya want to speak. Toddy, do you still have a point, or can Naya go ahead?
You guys remember?
Is Naya even there anymore?
Yeah, I still have a point.
Naya, nice.
Go ahead, Toddy.
I connect after Naya.
No, Glenn.
Hell no. I'm done.
Hey, we ain't doing next after that. It's in the arena. Let's get it.
No, for real. Go ahead, Toddy.
So I remember a while ago when I started feeling kind of bad whenever I read One Piece. I was trying to figure out what was actually going on. I was wondering if it has the story always been like this, or could it be that the story has always been like this, and what's happened is similar to what happened with me with World of Warcraft or League of Legends? I just got burnt out on it. Like, I mean, it's been so long, and it's like really formulaic, and it's the same thing every arc. Am I just getting burnt out, or is it actually bad? And someone asked a question about 4 days ago, which was, do we still feel the same about post-time skip that we did pre-time skip? I would think that in terms of how I felt, pre-time skip was excellent. Post-time skip was good, but Wano has been bad. And honestly, if I'm being honest, and people might think I enjoy like ragging on the shit, but truly, it makes me feel fucking sad, honestly, that I love this series so much, and every chapter I read, I feel disappointed, and then when I'm going to discuss it, like, instead of thinking of like, oh, what could this mean, or spazzing out over a moment, it turns into just a big complaining session, and everything's negative, and I'm left feeling I don't feel nothing at this. Like, with how I feel about Wano, it's not like I'm passive about it. I feel horrible that I feel this way about One Piece. And I want to love it as much as the fanboys. And I want to overlook some of these plot holes and plot conveniences and all this shit. But I cannot. And it feels shitty. And then sometimes I get the stream link from Virgo. And I'm like, shit, man, I got to go in here and be honest and talk all this shit about this horrible ass writing. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. And I wish I could say something like, man, we need to cool the negativity down. We need to, not rag on it every week. But I feel like the material that we're getting leaves us with no choice but to point out some inconsistencies, because so many of these chapters have so little good moments. So little good moments. And I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like a big part of my life for 18 years is fading slowly. And I'm just shitty about it. That's all I had to say.
Work.
You ain't lying, man.
Work. Niyaragi. Hemmings.
Yeah, I'm here. What was your question again? It was about the post time skip. I like it more or less. So to answer the question, I like the post time skip less. But my biggest issue with the post time skip is, I would argue pre-time skip, Oda was really good at handling an ever-expanding cast. So with each island that we went to, we would get new characters with varying levels of importance that you cared about, that was significant, but the characters that we were already traveling with remained important and significant. In the post-time skip, I would argue that's not the case. A lot of characters that we're introduced to, while they may be important to get that shine, I do feel like a lot of the times the cast and people that we're traveling with, they end up taking a step back, or we cast them aside to another arc and separate them and things of that nature. I don't think he's good at handling that the cast is constantly expanding. You have these important people like the Scabbards. The Scabbards don't necessarily come across to me as very interesting. I know I've heard a lot of people say through the anime they feel a bit more connected to them. Okay, that's cool. That didn't work for me, but that's really been my biggest issue, because the thing that I care about narratives the most is characters. Some people love plot. Some people are world builders. People, they like lore. I'm a character guy. So the fact that one of the things that I used to like the most about the pre-time skip is not really being prevalent now is probably what bothers me the most. I did remember what I was talking about earlier with the research thing. So let me just get on that real quick and then I'll shut up. So part of the reason that I understand what Dritz is going through a lot of the times, by the way, is because the Tower of God community treats me like that a lot of the time, because I'll criticize SIU because it's my favorite webtoon. I love Tower of God. You be on SIU ass. And I'm not a new Tower of God fan. I've been reading this since the first season. So it's been like 10 years. Like, I've been here. I've been loving it. And it's sad and it's hard to see the direction the series is going, because you can feel the paradigm shift. At some point, there was just like a change in direction and style of storytelling. Now, back in the day, or for me, anything I got into, I did extensive research. I wanted to know who was the voice actor, who was the background animator, X, Y, and Z. We are in an information era where, like, you can find anything you want, and niggas are stupid and misinformed and yell the wrong shit all the time. The first time that I saw Dritz, I went and checked out some of his other videos just to see how he kind of talks about the series. And instead of hearing him on one stream of Brago being like, "Who the fuck is this hater?" and start hating. No, I did the background information, but no, what he's saying is substantiated. So, like, yeah, I wish more people did that instead of the knee-jerk overreaction every single time. I wish people would listen all the time.
That's a good point, because every time Dritz would actually make a video outside of Brago's streams, he was like 10 times more composed than he was in the streams, even when he was being critical. He was always just a lot calmer.
That was his space to basically get his takes off and have fun, because
that was his knee-jerk reaction. Mm-hmm. That was his reaction. Like,
I'll be honest with you, you gotta catch that man with the do-rag or the bandana on and get him with the real topics. It was the same way. Let's be real. Roger used to pull up. Roger's base used to genuinely talk. Like, you'd see him do his YouTube channel, what the fuck ever, with his little.
He was far away from Disney when he came to kick it with the guys.
Yeah, he wasn't Disney by no means. He was do-rag Rogers. That was legitimately like what they used to call this man. He would pull up late night and get in there with Ty and the rest of them and like really get shit off his chest about the way he didn't like One Piece. And then somewhere along the way, I guess when he got to a certain level, he was like, "Hey, I can't I can't talk about how I really feel because it might set some kind of people off. And that's what pissed me off so much about the fan base of One Piece is we supposed to be like this all inclusive, like let's everybody be knock them along for the ride, don't knock nobody.
Oh, that's a fallacy.
Kind of shit, but like that shit ain't
Who said that?
Like
Who said we're fallacy?
we are savages at this motherfucker, bro. Like it ain't a joke. Like motherfuckers, this wiper with the motherfucking skis on. It's about to go down. I'm about to stop your motherfucking heart.
Real quick, the last thing I was gonna say.
Like the second you have something I don't agree with, I'm coming at you.
God.
And you doing it with that mask on.
God. Let Nag finish off.
My bad, go ahead.
Now, on the weekly and bitch thing, I've been reading One Piece for about 16 years. Approaching 17, I don't even know anymore. It's been so damn long, right?
I know, right?
I actually never really agreed with the whole binge and weekly take that some people tend to have for this reason. I actually think it's not just writing a story. Writing a story is hard. It's difficult, especially on a week-to-week basis. I'm not trying to act like this shit is easy. It's highly difficult because I've written pieces of story and stuff like that, and I've had time, and it's still difficult. And I can't draw, so like I'm just writing stuff, right? It's not easy. The thing about this is actually kind of your job to make the story enjoyable in a week-to-week read, but also have it flow connectively as a binge read. You kind of have to do both, and that's not easy. Dressrosa was the arc that when I got to there on a week-to-week basis, I was struggling for like almost 3 years. It was killing me. It was easily the lowest I'd been on One Piece. Not even honestly, because I wasn't around like that. I was like worse. Like Wano, I'm not feeling it, but I really wasn't as bad as how I was feeling week to week for Dressrosa. I was in the mud, bro. So when I did the reread, I'm like, yeah, because it was less time consuming and I kind of got it through in one sitting, it was a little more palatable, but it doesn't change the contents of what actually takes place throughout the arc. My opinion didn't change. It's still my least favorite arc in One Piece. So like, and the whole idea that's like, oh, my feelings for One Piece are like more jarring and up and down and emotional because I'm talking about it. I've been reading it weekly and talking about it with people literally since I've been reading One Piece. Whether that was on forums, school, yada yada. That hasn't changed for me. Go ahead.
Okay, question. What actually brought you to the community, if you don't mind me asking?
I really don't remember.
Didn't you say it was Joy Boy videos?
No, Joy Boy was the first One Piece YouTuber. Only One Piece YouTuber I knew about. I want to say I saw a stream with Brago or something, a long Brago stream, and then I just kind of like I started hopping into more conversations and stuff. Like I was more like in the chat. I used to actually just watch the VODs after the stream. I didn't used to watch it live. Yeah. Then somehow I got into a Dustin video, and then I
do remember, and that's when we did the little allied
Me
captain stream, right?
Yes.
I've actually seen you first, bro. Like talk about some shit on some real shit. Like you have pulled up in a Dustin stream, and y'all talked about some real shit, bro. But I think that the community, because the way that shit fell out between, that shit, I ain't gonna talk about it, but I think that stuff kind of messed with a lot of like the viewpoints and the stuff that real people are trying to get out there, bro.
When you started your point, Naya, I had a question in mind, but then you went on to answer the exact same question I was about to ask. My thing when people talk about, well, you got to read it in one sitting or week to week, I've always wondered what exactly is changing. If my issue is with the content itself, how will reading it in one sitting impact my enjoyment? If I don't like the plot devices or the plot conveniences, why would I have a different experience reading it faster than I do slowly week to week?
I think that for that, Toddy, a lot of people sort of overvalue criticisms about pacing, and they act like that it's just it doesn't apply in a binge. When I'd actually argue that Dressrosa's pacing is still bad in a binge, to be honest.
Well, let me go.
I think any kind of pacing is bad in a binge.
This is what I'm saying, right? You guys hold this pre-time script so sacred. Like, when I bring up, I had this argument a million times with people in here. When I bring up Alabasta and the shit that happened in Alabasta, Luffy got stabbed through the chest, left in the desert. What happened? Fucking water drop saved this nigga. People picking him up, right? Nigga dropped in a barrel. If that shit happens today, people would riot. it wouldn't be the same reaction as you reading earlier in the series.
I can't speak for anybody else, Big News, but I actually do have plenty of criticisms for pre-skip as well.
I do consider that one an asshole, bro.
I want to ask this question: as you in the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-time skip has a certain bias. You can't say anything bad about it, or people will be like, "What?"
Oh no,
really?
that's 100% true.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
That is facts. Motherfuckers will refuse.
Is it true? I've never heard someone say you can't say
anything bad about it. Toddy, for example, if you ever bring up the effect, like this is a bona fide fact, the power ups in Any's lobby are not well handled. Like really, they're some of them are like Gear 2 and Gear 3 are a bit more acceptable, but like Asher and Diablo Jambe are dead ass assholes. If you say that on the community, people say it's either A, not a big deal, or they'll act like you're like smoking crack. Like that's
okay. Might there be another factor here that you guys are missing though? Might it be this? Have you considered this? Is that the amount of ass pulls and nonsense over the course of the old arcs were not as consistent as they are recently?
No.
So if only 5% of the arc is whack, you can probably overlook it and you won't spaz. But when 40, 50, 60% of the arc is bad,
no, Toddy,
you're going to spaz.
I 100% agree with what you're saying right there. That's why I think the post-time skip is worse, but I don't think pre-skip is the masterpiece that a lot of people laud it to be. That's just me, though. I understand why other people like it a lot.
Yeah, I like certain amount of arcs, right? So Sky P is one of my favorite arcs, but exactly,
absolutely
right?
Pointless arc.
Some people feel that way, right?
Guys,
it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites though. But let a nail come through and shock these people the way he did pre-time skip, niggas would have a riot. And that's
would they have it? But News, what if only 3% of Anel's features were bad?
Yes.
Would they still have a riot?
No. Hold on. This is what all y'all keep forgetting, right?
Wow, News, your voice changed so much. You got a lot deeper.
If I cut somebody off,
I'm outside, man. I do try to speak in a certain way, man. Like I'm trying to refrain from speaking in a way that people will misconceptualize my image, if that makes sense, man. Because apparently some people had a issue with the way I talk, so I'm gonna try and clean it up a little. So, hey, like I said, I'm grown enough to know. Like I said with Toddy when we were talking about that stuff, I don't think anybody get a pass. If anybody got an issue with it, they address it with somebody. And if they really take it a certain way, you address that.
God to be seen. I'm always gonna be upfront about that.
And I respect that, bro. Like, and I do appreciate you letting me know that people did have an issue, and I want to apologize once again, man.
And I really thank you
for the record. Got to be seen.
The joke that Toddy just made was that he was expecting a response from Big News.
Yeah, because I directly asked him a question. Yep. And for the record, got to be seen. I never had an issue with your racism.
Toddy does not.
Oh, I know you don't, because I know you like to joke, bro.
I know, but news. I was asking you. Like you said, they would definitely spaz nowadays. Can you honestly say that if the consistency of bad moments was back in pre-time skip scale versus how they are now, can you honestly expect people to spaz? Might it just be that it's just the consistency why people are spazzing?
Toddy, pre-time skip, post-time skip, that's all the same to me, right? The only time I've talked like this is Wano. That's my shit. I've been looking forward to Wano.
That's my shit.
As far as One Piece as a whole, this shit's always been on Bleach level for me. The only reason I'm even in this shit is because For Neverworld and Naruto ended. That's it.
For Neverworld.
No, okay. Wait, Toddy. If you don't know Big News is a huge For Neverworld stand, you don't
that's
know
my God.
Is he really?
Yes,
are you serious?
I really
I had no idea.
This my thing, right? The way y'all take on One Piece and all that other shit, it was based on like post-time skip and pre-time skip and all that. Is post-time skip, we're supposed to have a progression. We're supposed to be like that. So like I think that here
Stop
we
sending
have
out the links, y'all. That's
You're
rude.
trash, Virgo. You know exactly who that is.
Oh shit, I do know who that is, but like why they joining with that?
The world may never know.
I'm gonna deny it so they can get their shit together and come back with their actual name.
So let
y'all go ahead.
Let us
Hold
get
on.
off the race.
I saw the great hand of Niragi.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'll wait.
I want to say this because I think there's a bigger issue here in terms of how media consumption has changed over the decade. I think that's something that we're missing because I kind of hear what Big News is saying. Like some of those things happen today, I do think it would become a much bigger issue because I have never been able to pinpoint when it happened because truth be told, I kind of isolated myself from the world for a long time, and when I came back, shit was different. I don't know if you guys noticed the way people are fanatics of things and the way people consume media and analyze stuff. It's not the same it kind of used to be. Even like back in like the forum days, like the way that people have discourse and talk about things, it's not really the same. To the point, like I'll make a good point, some loser will be like, "Oh, ratio, like it's different. It's not the same." You know, like something
ratio plus
something has
L.
changed. Yeah, like it's like I don't know, like Pog channel. I don't know, like something it's changed the way that that we kind of have these conversations. So I don't want it to get lost, but I actually kind of heavily criticize Marine for it a lot. So I've been used to like, because I'm pretty used to not like loving everything in the pre-time skip. But here's the thing about I wanted to say about there's something Toddy said I want to piggyback off. I can't remember now. Damn it.
I do remember you talking about Marine.
What did you just say, Toddy? What did you just say?
I was talking about might the consistency of poor moments back in the day. Like the issue might be that the quality was there was less bad moments back in the day. So maybe 5% of an arc was an ass pull, whereas today it's like every chapter you're seeing something.
Exactly. Real quick, like it's the whole concept of like if you have a really like a really good like a good ship, one little hole's not gonna make it sink, but when it adds up and it's like 1,000 little holes at the bottom, then it's like integrity to flow is gonna diminish, so it's gonna start to sink a little bit. Like I would argue that's the problem that's really happening currently. It's not there isn't too many big glaring like someone just trying to cannonball through the ship and it's gonna fall, but it's like it's so many small things. I do think a lot of them are sometimes nitpicks and very personal things people have issues with. But I do think we have compiled enough problems that like the ship is losing its buoyancy.
So, and here's my question too, because I've been worried about this. If
can I just like I really want to touch on something, bro.
Nope, you gotta wait. Like everybody else. You gotta wait like everybody else.
I've been sitting back for a minute now, man.
For literally a minute. I'm proud of you.
All right, go ahead, Todd.
Go ahead.
This man said no.
I'm just kidding.
He was like, no.
No, but this is serious, right? Like the way that we view One Piece pre-time skip and post-time skip. In pre-time skip, we didn't have the expectations that we have in post-time skip, I think. Like in pre-time skip, there was a lot that was unfolded and unpacked and a lot of stuff that we didn't understand about like the characters themselves. And as they progressed, we began to start expecting certain things from those characters. And then as we go into the post-time skip, we go into the post-time skip with this understanding that as we've seen them progress as characters, there were certain things that just came along with that progression. Even if there were fights, there were gag factors, there were things that were like as-pull power-ups. The way they were handled was completely handled differently pre-time skip compared to post-time skip. And then when we enter into post-time skip, we have this expectation that they're supposed to be at a certain level, that these characters are supposed to be able to perform certain feats based on context of the story, right? And I think that we've been let down a lot of times that like basically there was no point to the fucking time skip in some aspects when it comes to some things that they did, because like that progression that we expected never really happened. The way that gags and the way that ass pulls are handled is completely just, it's sloppier. It's just not, it's not written into the story the same kind of way. Like the fight with Enel and Luffy making that, like, Enel making that gag face, I can buy that kind of shit in the fight from the pre-time skip. But when I see them fighting post-time skip, because they presented it as such a serious topic that there's so much weight behind everything that they're doing.
A short point.
There's a gag factor piece in there that like why are you playing around when it's supposed to be so damn serious?
Toddy's turn.
What's up, news? I thought news was next.
Well, no, let Toddy go first, Virgo, because he was talking before. Got to be seen to.
Yeah, Toddy wanted to finish.
For sure.
I think
I'll go after everybody else.
God, Luffy man's here. But
all right, God nephew.
That was very hilarious that you said that. Good joke. So I was thinking, that was very rude. I'm sorry.
It was.
Anyway, I think honestly we've explored like every reason why One Piece is going downhill, and I don't want to start to beat a dead horse, but I have two questions, and I know you guys are going to want to jump on the first one as soon as I let it out, but let me get both of them out.
I have a question. You want to ask two questions and not answer the first?
No, just answer them in sequential order. Just let them get both out first.
Yes, yeah, they're both tied together. One's the if this happens, and the next one is if that did happen. So, if One Piece continues to, if my theory is incorrect, and this is not just an isolated Wano incident, and One Piece continues down this unsatisfactory, road, would everybody still continue to read it, even if we had another 10 or 15 years left of it? Yep. And if people's answer was no, what is going to happen to the community of One Piece? Because One Piece is bigger than just the manga nowadays. There are so many communities and friendships and everything that is founded on coming together every week in the name of this manga. What then happens to these communities if the foundation of these communities starts to crumble?
Good question.
Whatever.
So I want to answer Toddy before.
And I want to hear everybody's point. I don't want one person to go off on a rant.
I do know Big News was first up, JR.
Yeah, just doing your orders of hands phrase.
This is way more important. We can do. Hey, we're good. We don't want to be a dead horse. Toddy, y'all answer Toddy's question.
So
Jared, you go first, then I'll go second.
All right, appreciate fellas. So Toddy, this is rough, but I don't think One Piece is on a downhill because we still got a lot of shit way ahead of us. We still have a lot of reveals that have not been revealed yet. Like for example, Vegapunk. Another example, another great war with the world government, which is still going to happen. The reveal of Laughtown, the reveal of the 900 Void Century. We still got tons of reveals that Oda's just savoring it. He's teasing the community. But for right now, he has to go through the shit of Wano and the whole fucking ass pulls he has to do in this freaking arc. So I don't think One Piece is on a downhill. I hope not it's on a downhill. I hope it doesn't turn out like Bleach or Naruto that dramatically has a downhill for some inconceivable reason. And will I still read One Piece on a downhill? Fuck yeah, I'll read it. I read fucking stories that are downhills. Like I said, Bleach, Naruto. What's another one I'm forgetting? Tokyo Ghoul. There are downhills from those stories that I still enjoy. That Attack on Titan. That I still enjoy, and then I'll still read to this day. Hell, even if One Piece is finished, I'll still reread it, even if it's has a shit ending. So yeah, I mean I don't think One Piece on a downhill just yet, but I hope.
Well,
I hope
it was a hypothetical that if it is, because I'm with you. I don't believe it's on a downhill. I think Wano is just a swing and a miss, and we'll get right back to the old shit. But if I'm wrong, and it is continually disappointing, and yeah, we have all those big events we're looking forward to, but what if the execution is shitty? Look how much we were looking forward to.
That was my question.
We were looking forward to Luffy facing off against Yonko and seeing what the Yonko can do, and Big Mom's getting amnesia. Kaido is talking for 18 chapters to his daughter. I mean, like the execution of these things aren't amazing.
Toddy, to answer both questions, I'll actually answer the second one first. I think the community is going to be relatively the same. mainly because the idea of criticizing the story in the way a lot of us do, we are a very small percentage compared to the masses that just love it to death no matter what happens.
Are we?
Now, they may have... as of right now, I think so, yes. Now, to answer the first question, I think that the evidence at hand with the post-skip suggests it is going to continue after Wano. I wouldn't want that, of course. But as of right now, my opinion lies in that's where it's going to head right now. And in regards to not reading anymore, I already don't read it at this current point in time. I stopped reading Wano when Hawkins got off screen, but that was mainly because that was a straw that broke the camel's back moment for me. I had always had major issues with post skip even up until that point. So I haven't read what's going on. The only reason I even know what's happening is because of my specific position within the community, because I help out with, I'm friends with like Jay and Dritz and Brago and all those guys. That's really the only reason I even know what the hell's going on.
Are you aware of the poop that took place on this very morning?
Time out,
I'm very aware of the poop.
Time out. Why y'all not jumping down his throat?
No.
What?
Let me put him a 2 cents.
Wait. Let me get this question answered real quick. Why y'all not jumping down his throat?
What?
Because he just said he ain't read it since Hawkins got split in half. That was like damn near a year ago.
Yep.
What are we supposed to say? Does it invalidate? If his opinion is on the entire post time skip,
the reason Glam keeps up more than you think.
When I came, when I came in here about this Joe Boy interest thing, right? And I said, "Hey, I talked to him."
You know those aren't even remotely the same thing.
Would you let me finish?
No.
Would you let me finish?
Nope.
Oh,
Go ahead, Bucko.
I've talked to Dritz. We've had conversations. I've heard his views, right? I ain't seen the video, and I was going off of what y'all said, and you niggas got down my throat. And this dude just came in here and said,
"Use a different term."
However, it's 2021, Burger. I can say what I want.
BPC.
You guys got him.
Why aren't y'all jumping in the bed and getting under the sheet?
Yeah, why aren't y'all game banging this dude?
Y'all niggas are wildin'.
I think most people just don't want to get involved in the shit and don't really.
Who wanted to answer Toddy's question next?
Had he given an opinion on the chapter itself, then yes, he doesn't have it right. But since we're addressing post time skip as a whole,
he's talking about previous experiences.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but even post time skip.
Ask the question: would you drop the series if it keeps up the way it's going? Basically.
Yeah, and so far 0 out of 2.
It's not that bad compared to what other people believe.
Hold on, guys.
Let's keep it real.
I will say
it's not that bad.
Let Wing talk because it's been a while.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Wing got to say, bro.
Oh boy.
What that supposed to be? Oh boy! Like, bro, I'm gonna get hurt from that. But I know. All the thing I'm saying is right. Kinnemon shit don't make fucking sense.
Duh.
Plain and simple.
Oh my god!
I'm actually surprised you say that. Thank God.
Toddy, stop that shit.
That is Wing 0, right? My pal.
Really? Toddy, let go. Come on now.
So don't make me bring up old fucking scars of when God Jr. got put on the shirt and had
Wing.
That is when you stop liking One Piece.
Let's talk about current. Don't do this.
Oh, let me find my tissues before I continue.
I would do that for the fun of it.
You sure you ain't looking at the
all I'm saying is, right, there's one thing that don't make sense. Y'all can't come up here and say, oh, this stuff don't make sense. Power, people got this strong or whatever, or this thing is plot convenient. Bro, y'all reading a fucking shonen. What the fuck y'all think y'all getting?
Oh my God.
Fucking berserk.
I hate when people
Y'all think it's villain saga? Stop that shit.
I hate hearing that.
I don't give a fuck. It's true. It's the
truth. Can I interject for a split second? Because I really don't like that argument, because all that does is highlight to me what you read. You're not accustomed to that. Like they're like
based on what?
People, no, like because when people go like, oh, like this is a shonen, what do you expect? There's tons of greatly written shonen. There's tons of other people like, oh,
Full Metal Alchemist is a shonen.
Hold on.
Chainsaw Man is
like a lot of times people say this to me, like, it's the main character. What did you expect? They're not gonna blah blah X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, you can't. That's such a lazy argument to me, because I read tons of stories where if the main character is in a situation that's dire and they get out of it, it's not contrived to me. It's like, oh, it makes sense. I've seen people do some incredible creative things with main characters, like having a false chosen one, and then the main character changes. And I can use like a Shonen for example, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles. I'm not going to spoil what happened, but we have a main character change to some degree. Like there's so many interesting things you can do. Like so I don't like the crutch of just being like it's a this, what do you expect, or it's a that. When I'm like, there's so many good examples out there of that literal demographic excelling at the very thing that we're complaining about.
Yeah.
Now I will say this though. I think Oda and Araki are two people that have like a kind of different way of storytelling that I don't like to really compare them to conventional writers. I compare them to themselves at their best, at their peaks. So if they're not upholding their own type of like, you know what I'm saying, then I'll get on them. But I don't like to usually compare them to like other type of writers. But go ahead.
So let me
ask you something, Dan.
Okay.
Since
no, we're gonna completely leave my question. Goodbye, my question. Everybody wave goodbye to my question.
Yeah, I got you, Toddy. I'll bring you back, Toddy.
I just want to know something.
I'm not saying this. So go away.
What is the minority? What you just said, how you got certain stores that be like that, or you have the majority of the stores that's shonen that do some plot convenience, some goddamn character just getting powered up just because it's the last arc, blah blah blah, whatever it may be, right? What's the minority?
That's fair. It's usually an exception. That's fair.
I'm in the minority as somebody that tries
I think
to
the problem is that you shouldn't apply that philosophy unilaterally.
No, I don't. I'm just saying, if I truly wanted to make an excuse for it, I can literally say that and that nobody can tell me because I'm gonna be like, you gonna tell me like 5 out of 10,000 did it like this, so One Piece supposed to be like them hot 5? That's what we doing now?
No.
I can say that. In the story.
That's completely fair, Wing. I just think the way you phrase it sort of gives that implication off that it's like, oh, every shonen's like this. When there are always examples of like, no, it's not really the way it is.
Gentlemen, I must reel it in. I'm sorry. We were having a good conversation, but I must disperse. I must go.
There you go. That's English.
Well, Virgo, can you answer my question real quick? Because your opinion is one of the ones I want.
I wasn't listening to you. I'm kidding.
Say
No,
what?
If One Piece were to go down this negative road, yes, I would still read consistently. And what was the second part?
What do you think? What impact would that be on the community?
The impact of One Piece going down a negative road?
If like most chapters you read, you're kind of disappointed or shaking your head, and then conversations are very, very toxic.
It would bring this stigma of negativity, which is kind of where Driss is at right now.
Samesies.
So essentially, they would put most of the YouTubers who did believe in that function in that box.
It would. That'd be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I think it would be a pretty shitty dynamic.
I think the most it'll get to is
that's why.
Ultimately,
I'm sad about this shit.
It might get like Naruto, where there was about like a 50-50 split for the most part when Fourth Grade Ninja War was happening. That's the most I think it might get to in terms of the community.
And to be honest, I think we're currently gravitating towards that road.
I genuinely think
so too.
Get to the fact that the One Piece community is going to start just shitting on One Piece as a whole. And it's going to be a competition of who can shit on it the best if it keeps going down the route that it's going. Because I think the fan base will finish out the story for the simple fact they're going to finish out the story. But if they're made to have to go through a whole bunch of bullshit, they will rag on the series based on how they.
I agree with you, Gabi. Like, I'm pretty sure the One Piece community is stronger than One Piece as a whole. Like, niggas don't read it. Not just Glam, but niggas I know personally don't read it and still keep up with the community. So I don't think the problem's there. But the problem is I don't think Wano's that bad. Like, I think it's more like a U when it comes to this shit. Like, Punk Hazard's good, Dressrosa's bad.
It's more like a U-Wall when it comes to
exactly.
Wano's pretty bad.
To some people. To some people, it's pretty bad.
All right, gentlemen.
Virgo has to go, though, you guys.
Big news.
Virgo, you better come back.
Virgo, hey, I appreciate you. I had fun talking to all y'all.
He said you better come back. Shut up, bro. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for pulling up today. It's been a wonderful stream. Had 150 cats in here. Loved it. It was a very good time, and thank you for pulling up. As I said, if you have $1, support Viz, you broke boys. If not, go to TCB Scans, follow them on Twitter and Instagram. They bring us that shit early every week. Love to them. And shout out to all my guys that always come through all the streams. You already know who they are. Y'all love them all the time. And I will see y'all on the flippity flip.
And the bull spitting later this week.
Huh?
Hey, chapter was dick
You'll
on the
see him in the bull spitting that we're gonna have.
The bull spitting might happen, but the chapter was
that gotta be one of the worst shit I ever read, man. Oda ruined my Friday.
Oh no. Oh Lord.